Coming to you from the biggest little city, the guys, Zach, Trevor, and Chuck, lock in to bring you your weekly fix of beer reviews, killer sports takes, sidebars, and all the fandom you can handle. Welcome to Balls and Brews.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, everybody at home.
Cheers to you at home in the car, too. Just don't be drinking and driving.
That's yummy. Kind of reminds me of the standard revision, just a little more tone on the hops.
I would say less tone on the hops.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, due to it is it's hazy.
Not as hazy as I would.
It's not a tradition. It's not a juicy hazy, as it were. And I know that we like to lean into those. So this is a local brew, social fermentation. The can is pretty neat. It's actually a lot of the logos that they paint on. If you're a Reno Sparks local, on their distribution trucks, and then at the side of the building, the brewery just off a rock.
Yep.
So 6.5, and I would say it's very enjoyable. It still does scratch that hazy, but it's not juicy. It's a dry haze for sure. Definite hop, backbone.
Yeah, it's okay for me. I was looking for more juicy,
More hazy.
Yeah, you know me. I like that juiciness.
We know the Downies,
but no, it's still good beer. There's another one I want to pick up from Revision as well. It's a red.
Ooh, okay.
We do have a red that I picked. It's technically an amber that I picked up, but that'll be for next week because we're continuing our tequila tasting, and also we were gifted a bottle of mead. So shout out to Miss Southwick.
Did you say what the percentage was, Charlie?
6.5. I did, yeah, which is right there in that wheelhouse of hazies.
Yep.
Or IPAs in general. Traditionally, they kind of roam around the 6%, 7%. Then if you start getting into doubles and triples, obviously they can go up. But
yeah,
we don't really fuck with a lot of those. I've seen a bunch in the craft the fridge. And I almost pulled a couple, but I didn't. So I have a tendency. I've been in my lighter drinking. I want darker beers, but not necessarily at like 13%, 15%.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Although sometimes they get me.
Anybody had anything new? Trev?
Nothing new. I mean, we went out, last night, but at your house, I mainly just crushed Guinness. I did have like one of those mocha, is it a stout in that little can?
That's an NA, remember?
That's an NA?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. I didn't even. That's why I went down real fast, I guess. I only had one of those because I went right back to the Guinness.
Yeah, no, that's the NA that Angelique bought, and then Z brought over here. And two of them
I just
are
saw
still
nitro mocha. I'm like,
I know.
Okay.
Was it good?
Two of them are still sitting in my fridge.
I preferred the Guinness. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't like...
Oh, it's still just going to be one of those.
It has to be even more amazing if there's not going to be alcohol in it.
Well, anything that tries to mimic alcohol or versions of other things traditionally comes up short of what the original is because an imitation is never... It's like, tofu and vegetarian food trying to mimic like meat and everything. It's never going to be meat,
And my other thing with that too is just nitro. Like with the Guinness, they give you the widget in the can. There's nothing in that can, so it didn't feel like
it's
a nitro.
it's in word only. It's in it like most nitro cans exactly.
It has to have the ball in it.
You got to be able to swirl it up for sure.
Fuck, I drank a lot of Guinness last night.
I had me an incline cider, white peach, too sweet.
Was it too sweet?
Yeah, it was too sweet.
Way sweet.
It's very, very sweet. Yeah. Had me a Tropical Force. Shout out to
9%.
9.5. That's what I started with. And then that was pretty much it on that. And then I went to that electrolyte jungle juice sour grape drink, which was really good. I drank like 3 or 4 of those things, which was probably a little dangerous, but
Angelique's jungle juice.
Food, yeah, and it's different every time. It's not even remotely close. So don't get your hopes up to like, oh, it's going to be like last time. It's not. It's going to be whatever she grabs in the mix around from the house, which is totally fine. We appreciate you, Angelique. I'm not shitting on it by any means. When you watch this, don't
espresso martinis before that.
I didn't mess with any of those.
I tasted that.
I missed on that one specifically. But I got back in my kitchen, dude. I was feeling kind of like shit from, Mexico, as it were, like physically, and I was not in the mood to cook. I did a lot of buying of food pre-made, but I got back in, whipped up some really good marinated chicken and broccoli with some rice. Like you throw that in like a
chicken
soy.
and rice.
Oh, dude, soy
Go-to.
and teriyaki, and you just marinate that for like half a day, and then you just pan fry it, and it gets all caramelized from the soy. It's super good, but you got to be careful on the salt intake. And then pair that with some steamed broccoli and some rice. It was nice to get back into the kitchen. I did buy some makings. I haven't done it. I should have done it today. For Philly cheesesteaks, I got some thinly cut ribeyes. I got some provolone. I got some onion. I'm gonna fucking whip them up, dude. I'm excited.
Zach had a good spread last night too.
Yeah, man.
We had all the pizzas and
Meatballs.
wings and all the meatballs and
The
sausages.
weenies. Yeah,
and
the Little Smokies are always great. Shout out to Guy for hitting up the Traeger on
mac
that
and
one.
cheese and the sweets. And
And then Angelique's meatballs, those so fucking good.
they were, dude.
Yeah.
I ate quite a few of those.
Yeah,
I
those smack.
love them.
Yeah,
I
I
like
agree.
this
I like the
over-
consistency of them a lot
Yeah.
because they just fall apart in your mouth.
Talking about meatballs,
Okay,
are
Sidebar.
you guys a meatball sandwich
sure,
person?
Sure. Yeah.
I
I
am.
like meatballs, but in the meatball sandwich, not so much because a lot of the time I just don't feel like the meatballs are that quality in the sandwiches.
And I think it's so much red sauce it like makes the bread soggy.
It can.
Soggy,
I
big
like-
messy.
Sure.
And it's not like I love the way I maybe if I did Angelique's meatballs in it, but I don't like that the bread gets like that. I would rather have meatballs in my spaghetti.
Soggy bread's worse.
Oh, it's fucking awful,
I love
dude.
bread.
Ugh.
It depends. I don't mind soggy bread if it's from the condiments and
No.
everything. It doesn't bother me.
No.
It doesn't bother me.
Oh,
Like if
dude,
if,
it's the
if
way
you get
you
if you
touching
get
it
a
and
if you
it's
get a
wet.
pork
Ooh.
sub sandwich and it sits for a little bit.
Fucking
can't let it
never.
sit. Sorry.
Fuck
Sorry.
never,
Never.
Charlie. Oh,
Per
that's-
usual, odd man out. No big deal. I'm just saying it doesn't bother me.
So-
I wouldn't say I prefer it.
So
but-
Donnie from Philly,
Right.
have we told you guys this shit yet?
I don't
About-
think so.
When
Live
we
on
used to go to
pod,
Penn State games as
Sure.
a kid, they'd go get Mountain Mike subs the night before,
Sure.
throw them in a cooler, and then eat them next day, and they would love how soggy it was.
Oh no!
he specifically wanted it that way.
That's how they ate them. Dude, it's so disgusting.
It's just to me. I wouldn't bother me. I would eat it.
no.
I don't know if I could.
No.
I don't know if I
Because
could.
that soggy,
Dude,
I'd be like,
I couldn't do it.
And that's fine. You're probably more in the majority than I am, for sure.
I don't know. A lot of that East Coast shit, they like that, like soggy,
Yeah, but that's East Coast.
nasty.
Although they do.
sandwiches.
So a buddy of mine that worked out here from our Philly station said that the bread out here does not hold. That the bread is shit out here in comparison to the East Coast because of the water and the specifically for us, the altitude and shit like that. He hated bread out here.
I love bread out here.
That's all I've ever known, so I can't shit on it. I mean, I've had some really good bread out here.
"Ah, take him to Beloved."
But when it comes
his
to
mind.
yeah, for sure they do have good bread. Meatball sandwiches, sign me up. I like red sauce a whole lot. Especially you throw some provolone on there too, a little bit of melty cheese, can't go wrong with that. I do understand the texture gets a little
that's
hard.
that's where it's at. I just can't.
And the meatballs have to be like really good too. Otherwise, if they're just tough, then it's just like
Yeah,
you're-
no good.
Yeah.
I like meatballs just as an app, or it must be good. I haven't really had anything else other than I drank a lot of Guinness on Saturday.
No. Once again, I'm not drinking during the week really. So
We did have that. I didn't really feel good at the beginning of the week.
So you toned it down.
Yeah, we didn't. I was like, really, I didn't feel good at all. I was like laying down.
it's been the rotation. It's been the rotation.
Feel way good now. We also had that Knob Creek 12-year at the end of the
I
night.
forgot that we had that. We did sample
That was pretty good. It was hot, like
only
in
up
your
front.
mouth.
Only up front.
Nothing in your like throat, and I
Right.
really wasn't even too hot in my nose.
Yeah, it was just as simple. As soon as you put it in, you're like, ooh, then you get the taste and it
Yeah.
actually hit the back of your throat, and it was nice because, I didn't or nothing.
Yeah,
Did a couple of that Frey Ranch last night too.
Had a couple
Yeah,
of
it
those.
was-
Yeah, that's always a solid
that
one.
Frey Ranch rye is good. I'm not a big fan of the regular Frey
Just
bourbon.
like,
It's like yeah.
And then today we went to Bully's for the morning games, so had a revision and some Lagunitas and some couple bullets.
So chicken fried steak.
Yeah, I had me some nachos and
Tequila shots.
one,
Just one?
just one, and one screwdriver.
Oh, yeah, that screwdriver. Those big old mugs.
Yeah, and it was not very good, honestly. Like, I was really hoping for, like, a nice orange juice, kick, and it just wasn't there. It was, you could tell it was really fake orange juice. Like, it was just concentrated, watered down. Like, it wasn't juice. It was concentrate for sure. I'll go back to the Bloody Marys on those four. It was $4.50 though. You can't complain about a mug for $4.50. Really, like
it's the deal.
It is.
It's a good one too.
But overall, Bullies had a good vibe today. A lot of Bear loving in that house. To be fair, a lot of Bear fans. Obviously Niner fans.
That's the Bears Bullies. Maybe I've seen more of them there than anywhere else.
Anywhere else, agreed.
Well, I mean, we did bring some of them, but
even still, there's like 3 or 4 separate parties of Bear fans.
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm saying.
Tough loss for them. Tough loss in a game that I thought they should have won.
Well, I mean, without getting into too much of our betting not goodness, that was one of the games we were looking at. Yeah, we waffled over that, and
you suck.
We'll get into the Jets absolutely busting our ticket, but I also do want to shout out real quick. We got a cool little new bobblehead that I was just gifted from a homie at the gym. So shout out to you, Jimmy, if this finds your way. That thing's fucking badass. If you look at the box, from 1982, so it's the Baltimore Colts, it's the Los Angeles Raiders, like it's like the throwbacks. The Washington Redskins, so all of these, the Houston Oilers,
teams that don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
when they were
are different in some way.
There was only 28 back then.
When the Redskins were hella good.
That's actually one of their better, where they were competitive.
Talking about something that's not hella good, it's more like movie craziness, especially the one part we'll get into, but the FBI on Thursday, we wake up to
the
craziest
story. Yeah.
Wake up and I get the Bleacher Report thing like we got about Brian Kelly, we'll get into later. Mentioned talking about the Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier gets arrested. You're going, what? Flip it open. 34 people were arrested. Including the 5 crime families in New York, people from all of it. 3 of them are NBA players or ex-NBA players. One's a Hall of Famer. Terry Rozier, who's still in the NBA, he's with the Heat, and he was sitting out for like an injury at that point. Chauncey Billups, coach of the Blazers, and Damon Jones, ex-player and also ex-assistant coach. Terry Rozier, he was being investigated by the NBA already for this on March 23rd of 2023 when he was a member of the Hornets. He told a friend, Laster, that he was going to take himself out of the game early. Laster allegedly sold this info. This is all allegedly still. This isn't like, but this is what's in the affidavit, and like this is the indictment stuff.
If this is public, traditionally they don't put info out like that without it being true.
They're going to come with the facts when it comes down to the
They're
trial.
not aiming to shoot their foot off. If they put it out there, they're
not
convicted.
Just talk.
Yeah.
So Laster sold this info for $100,000. Rozier paid Laster to go to Philly to collect the money from the scheme, then later drove to Rozier's home in Charlotte to collect the money, according to the indictment. So all this is probably like in text messages and shit. But the NBA lets him go. They've already investigated him.
That is true. They released him of this first investigation from 2023. So there's a difference between the NBA and federal.
The federal can go get the text messages,
they can
phone
do
records.
Whatever they want. Like, they are the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and they will investigate. Like,
dude, they've been investigating this for years.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's why they have so much info on this.
That's why I believe it's true. Because once again, the FBI isn't going to go out there and make themselves look like a fool.
They got the 5 crime families in New York, dude. This is like
the RICO. The RICO.
This was big in the works kind of thing, and it just all came together for
these
them. Guys
are pawns in the game, as it were.
Correct.
The goal was to get to these mob families and what they were doing, with illegal gambling and, obviously running different fucking operations off of that money.
So ex-NBA player, ex-assistant coach Damon Jones, he's got 2 different indictments.
Okay.
First one is that when he was the unofficial, unpaid assistant coach with the Lakers during the 22-23 season, he told a co-conspirator that LeBron wasn't going to be playing and to bet money. And in a text message, it says, bet enough for D. Jones can eat too. Now, That's in a text message that he is giving that info up.
And I mean, the way that gambling and sports have kind of come together in these last couple of years, it's such a big red flag to see like those
terrifying
spikes of numbers on those kind
Correct.
of bets. It's just like young kids if you're playing sports, don't bet. You're not going to get around it. You're not going to get away with it just being a one-time thing. They're going to find you if you do this, and you're going to get.
So I got a couple of questions once we finish this about this.
Effed in the A.
That's the word.
In another game against the Thunder in 2024, Anthony Davis and LeBron were both hurt, so he gave up information. The Lakers ended up winning. Anthony Davis had a good game, but the co-conspirators wanted their money back, and he told them, hey, my information was just fine. So it wasn't my information. The bet just went bad. So that's what he's on the books for, number one. Number two, he's also started this Boker thing that we're going to dive into with Chauncey Billups, because I think he's a coach. He's a coach in the NBA. He's a Hall of Famer. So there's two different questions on him. One, he told a friend that the Blazers were tanking to the Bulls on March 24th. He wasn't paid for this information. Like Jones and Roizer were paid for this information. So that's not, so there's kind of something, he just mentioned it. Maybe he was just talking, but there was a bunch of bets that came in on that one. The big one, which is like, dude, it's like a fucking movie. It's literally like a movie. He was supposed to be a face card, like the person that brought in these fish, the people that had the money.
High stakes poker.
Sure.
To a poker table that everybody else at the table, everybody else other than the fish, knew what was going on.
Sure.
There was x-ray tables. They had glasses and contacts on. They could see cards.
It was an absolute racket.
Marked cards. Dude. It's all bad news.
It was to strictly farm money without, you're going to win. They know they're going to win.
I was going to bring that up.
They got at least $7 million from the unexpected gamblers. In the report, it also talks about that there was the old-fashioned beatdowns and stuff when people didn't pay up.
They got bodied, dude.
So I got one other
kneecaps.
I got one other article.
Fingers, hands, and shit. Yeah, classic stuff.
I've been
threatening family, I'm sure.
I've been following this stuff like kind of closely and kind of been pulling up articles. This article, it was on the New York Post. It's a poker player, and he says that he got pulled into a game, but it was by an NFL star and not an NBA star. So he got pulled in with him and he said during the game we're around a bunch of bad guys, and they got all of it from us. He said he was invited to private high stakes poker game. He refused to say who the athlete's name was in this article.
Yeah, I'm sure he fucking did.
But it talks about how he got fucking smoked out of a bunch of money too.
There's this one word, and it's a really, really key word. A lot of people should use it a little bit more. No. You ever heard of it? You want to come to high stakes gambling match? No.
I mean, but it's all the facade of it being legit. And
Sure, yeah.
It's not like, it's
and
like, hey, we're part of the mob.
Well, then it's one of those exactly where, like, does it blow up the trust with you and homeboy who invites you to the match or whatever if you decline the invitation, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you feel pressured to go, such and such?
Well, and when you're using a fish, too, it's like, of course, you'd probably want to meet them if you're a fan or even if you're just a fan of the sport. I mean, it would
depending on who it was.
You'd probably want to partake in it,
sure.
Especially if you have that kind of money to shell out anyways.
And okay,
all of that's fair as well.
I think we need to start looking at, it's not the betting people's fault, but we need to start looking at why there is prop bets on Terry Rozier, who's going to play a cumulative 8 minutes in the game. Why was there prop bets on Deontay Porter, who already has been kicked out of the NBA, who's only going to play? If there's going to be prop bets on people, it should only be on your top 6. I think we talked about this in college basketball, I think last year with March Madness. Why are there prop bets on these kids? There shouldn't be prop bets on guys that aren't making the millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see both sides of it, though, because it's like the casinos or whoever's putting out those bets, they're kind of fishing for those individuals. And then from the government side of things, the FBI, they probably enjoy those bets, too, because those are easier red flags to alert in these kind of situations. And I also heard, because I was listening to a little bit of this on the radio as well, that these guys are not just looking about possibly being banned from the NBA, but 5 to 20 years in prison. talking about all the names on this list.
Yes, this is a racket. This is as illegal. This is mob activity.
34 people they arrested that day.
Right. No.
And
out of a 2+
start.
year investigation that is pending or ongoing, as they like to say.
Ongoing. They say
Right.
we're
scratching the tip. We're scratching the tip
Just
of
the
what
surface.
this iceberg could be and how far it goes down and how many people it might implicate. And here's the thing that needs to scare people the most. The FBI doesn't give a single fuck about what neck they're taking down in the pantheon of NFL and NBA. If Adam Silver himself is betting on games and they find that out, they will take him down. They do not care about like protection when it comes to racketeering and shit like this.
And to speak on that a little bit, just like Adam Silver and who
I'm
Goodell.
not saying Adam Silver
I know.
at all.
That's
is
Charlie's
involved.
throwing out
huge fucking accusations.
That's not where I was going.
No, I know.
I was just
I
going to
know.
go with these representatives of their league should just let the FBI in.
1,000,000%.
You want to clean this out.
I completely agree.
Because
100% transparency.
Do you see the NFL sent out a memo either yesterday?
Goodell had to say something, right?
Sent out to all the players, hey, we make sure that you're not doing like send out a memo to remind them about like
How obvious it is not to do this, but
dude,
I
they
mean,
can track it anywhere.
how,
Yes.
dude, how greedy do you have to be that, like, brother,
It's-
Rozier, you're already making millions of dollars.
I don't think
Why
it's a
would
greed
you-
thing.
It's
I think it's a
it's
competition
a rush.
thing.
It's a rush too.
Yeah.
Gambling is all about the hitting and the rush of what that feels
Like
like.
how much money did you make on sitting out that game that they're talking
Right,
about?
even that still, yeah, especially if you're rigging it, then it's not about, then it is simply, it's not the super unknown when you sit down and you're like, ooh, I wonder if I can win this. When you try to rig it and you go out of your way to like.
But was it him? Because I heard one of them was because they were kind of being put up to it because of debts they already occurred.
I hadn't
From
seen
gambling.
anything yet. That might be Damon Jones. That could be any of them.
I couldn't remember who it was. It was one of them.
Yeah, dude, nobody's above mob law.
They're already
If you
being
owe
pressed.
us, if you owe us money, dude, like we'll find a way to get it because they probably won't do it against them because they're in the public eye. But
Right.
like once again, family members and like they know they network, they have all the information they need
Yeah,
to do a
man.
lot of terrible things. Period. Like
They
it's
do- and
it's super scary.
And like, you're not going to go out in this day and age where being a police or being like a person that arrests people is so scrutinized to go arrest these high profile basketball players or athletes without having shit on them.
Yeah,
like
no.
these aren't just you. You have them.
Yeah, because if they get off, that's not only your job. That's a mark.
It looks so bad.
I mean, they say allegedly because it hasn't hit the trial
Right,
yet.
because they have to. Right,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not really.
They got them by the fucking testes.
yeah.
Once again,
Got
yeah,
'em by the
because,
balls.
because if anything like this were to pop up again later and they were wrong on the first whiff, nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to they're going to be, what are you talking about? They had a 3-year investigation and everybody got off and they couldn't prove a gosh darn thing. Like, that is not what the FBI is aiming for.
This is different than like the OJ trial and like law enforcement mishandling so many cases back in the day. It's come a long way,
Dude.
even since the 90s.
Oh my goodness. Think about just how much added steps of like being recorded from top to bottom there is. Like you can't get away with things anymore. Maybe at the time, sure, but if they want to figure it out, they will. It just depends on how much of a damn they give to busting you, right? If they're like, nah, it's not that big of a deal, then but if they
Honestly,
want you,
I feel like it's just a countdown. Like once you,
I know
do
we're stay tuned,
then they're
folks,
just building a
'cause
case against you.
in a pot or two, we'll probably have a lot more clarity. It'll be interesting to see what kind of trial and when that's going to happen.
Kawhi's probably thinking, "Fucking thank God."
And you know what?
All
That
the light is off him.
that
I'm
is
still
a
on you, Kawhi.
crazy
I
call.
got you.
Yeah.
I'm watching that
Oh
shit.
man, I'm watching the Spurs. I know he hasn't been a Spur in a
Yeah,
while. But
Wemby
that's, I
fucking
am
balling.
low key adopting the Spurs. I
Oh.
feel like if there's one team that I can really get behind,
If
it's
you
that
bought
one.
a San Antonio Spurs hat and jumped on, I wouldn't hate it.
You know what I would do is I would get like a throwback David Robinson jersey or a throwback Timmy D. I love Tim Duncan, fucking one of the most underrated superstars of all time because he wasn't flashy, and he did it in an era where he actually if you look at the big names who he played against in his era, he was over 500. He had a vast majority of wins against like Kobe, against Iverson, against like all these big dudes in his era. Ewing, all those kinds of guys. Not MJ. He came at the tail end of MJ, so he didn't get him. But Timmy D, baby. But I've loved the Spurs organization for a long time. Rest in peace, Greg Popovich. Coaching career, he's still alive, but
yeah. Well, I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Jesus, Chuck.
I said he's still alive. Guy goes
in basketball.
It was. Oh yeah, that's why I enjoy that team so much.
I gotta say sorry to you again, Charlie.
On.
I need you to relive.
Oh Lord.
Game 5 and Game 6 and 7.
Oh, that's right. Because I've been given a good breakdown of. So
last pod we left. And it was a
3-2
going
series.
Back to Toronto. Going back to Toronto.
Right. That's right. And it has wrapped up. The World Series has started, and that's actually 1-1. We'll get into that after this real quick. Without dragging the spirit of the pod down, it was a really tough couple of games. Game 6, we just got beat. And then Game 7, we beat ourselves. We were up 3-1 and going into the 7th inning, and we put in – and honestly, people – call this a bad move by Dan Wilson. Eduardo Bizarro was insane throughout that play. Him pitching right there, I had faith in. And he hung a ball over the center of the plate, and Springer said, "Thank you, sir," and dropped a 4-3 lead on us, and they were able to get the last 6 outs. We didn't even come close. Those last 2 innings, you could feel the just deflation of everything after Springer hit that 3-run. So I'm sure anybody who's watched baseball has seen that highlight, has it was crazy. It was, and to those people in that stadium in Game 7, that's what you dream of, dude. That is the greatest scenario that you can have happen. You're behind, nail biter, Game 7, and your boy comes up and gives you the win.
The roller coaster of sports.
I hate it from my perspective. Honestly, the Mariners were on the wrong side of the coin as far as I'm concerned. But for all of those fans, that will be a memory that will live in infamy for the rest of their Toronto fandom. So. We are all collectively pulling for the Jays. I know your bet is the Dodgers, and you could definitely be right there.
It doesn't even matter, though.
It doesn't.
I'm pretty sure I won that bet.
Update on the hat bet is that Chuck will be wearing one by the end
So
of
the
the
hat
World
bet
Series.
ended up going, Zach got 5 right,
Dodgers.
Trev got 7 right with one team in the World Series,
Could be
and
right?
Chuck got 4 right.
Because they whiffed on the wild cards.
If Chuck would have got one in the World Series, we would have tied.
Right.
But he'd have got the win because he had somebody in the World Series.
I got one further right.
Yeah.
No.
So Chuck will be paying up at the end of the World Series.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking at the end of that series, I don't mean to be digging the knife in, is I kind of at the one point was thinking, man, the Blue Jays might give the Dodgers the best shot because the Mariners strike out so much.
Dude. When our bats go cold, they
double-
go ice cold.
Double the strikeouts over the Blue. It was 66-35 in the series or something.
Double the mid, double the fun, bro.
When you're going against a Dodgers pitching staff
That's a
that
throwback.
is straight strikeout shit.
Yeah.
Strikeout stuff. Dude,
Yamamoto threw a fucking gem.
So he's
last
only
night.
thrown 2 complete games in his whole career, and they both been in the playoffs.
Right,
That's
within a week
crazy.
of each other. Yeah, 2 weeks of each other.
Dude, the Blue Jays got game 1, 11-4, got 9 in the 6th.
Yeah, had an explosion and pulled away in that game,
and then just couldn't find any footing last night. Get a guy on, hit into double play, strike out. Yamamoto was on fire.
Started off really sluggish, but then pulled it all together, dude. And that's what we were talking about. If the Jays want to win this series, they got to get into the pen of the Dodgers, and
have to.
I think we're in for a really good handful of games, though.
Yeah, we're going back to LA though. Glasnow, I think, is going. I don't know who's going for the Jays. Oh, it's Scherzer. Max Scherzer going into Dodger Stadium to go against Glasnow.
He threw well against us.
He did.
He gave 6 solid innings of effort, dude, and we only got 1 off of him. So, I mean, he was juiced. He wanted it bad, and 41 years old. Shout out to that, man.
Yeah,
his 2 fucking colored eyes.
Yeah,
that's
no,
just crazy,
and he doesn't blink, bro. He does not blink. He is out there hungry. He wants another title bad. So it should be a really good matchup.
We all pulling for the Jays, but do we all think the Dodgers are going to get it? Do you think the Jays can pull it out?
do. See, here's the thing is that those bats, it's just as competitive bat for bat almost as I watched the entire, obviously, ALCS. everybody in that lineup had a game where they lit it up at some point. It was fucking crazy. They had, when on their winning games, batters 5 through 9 were batting like 384 with like 11 ribbies and 6 home runs or something. It was nuts. And we had like 2 hits. It was just like, oh, fuck me, dude. Like, there's your difference. Their bats don't cool down. Now, obviously, the Dodgers are very similar. They have a lot of fucking bats up and down 1 through 9. But,
yeah, I think that the Blue Jays
have a shot. Absolutely.
You have to get to the bullpen. You can't let go into the 8th inning and Yamamoto only have 85 pitches.
Yeah, agreed.
You are going
and
to
23 in the first inning. That's the thing. He's settled down.
You are going to lose that game every time.
I mean, I want to believe, but I don't even think it goes 7. I don't.
Damn, Trev. Damn, bro.
I hate it more than.
Well, it's 1-1, so
I'm showing because I'm a Giants fan.
Let me ask you. You think the LA gets all 3 at home and they sweep the series from here on out? Gentlemen sweep, or
well, it's 2-2-1-1?
I think.
Is it 2-2-1-1-1? I was because
talking about that earlier.
I know. I was trying to figure it out. The championship series was 2-3-2. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That is bad reporting on our end.
I think the Jays can get at least 2.
Then that's 6.
I don't know.
That's 6. If they get 2 and the Dodgers win, that's 6 games at least. So, I mean, that's not a short series.
I'm not saying it was going to be a short series. Okay. I think the Jays are still a good team. It's just
you don't get this far, by luck, dude.
Yeah. It is 2-3-2.
Okay, so they don't change the format. So yeah, then we get 3 in LA
Monday, Tuesday,
and they've
Wednesday.
been fucking hot in Dodger Stadium, dude. All of their
but the Blue Jays can hit the ball, and that stadium. Blue Jays can hit the ball out of that stadium.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Let's jump into college football as we're sitting down to record the pod. Big ass news. LSU has let Kelly know their plans to dismiss him, is what the article actually says on ESPN.
He needed to go. It's not up to the standard of LSU football.
Didn't we talk about this last week? Who was out first, Dabo or him?
That is true. And I said Kelly. I said Kelly because of this, because he doesn't have the track record. He doesn't have the national titles. They haven't made a 12-team playoff. Much less a 4-team playoff.
Dude, their offense looks awful.
LSU, when it was Nick Saban and just post Nick Saban, Ed Orgeron got the title because he had Burrow and Chase and Jefferson. I mean, my God.
He had half the fucking NFL squad.
Yeah. That's one of the most prolific offenses we've ever seen college-wise, but you still got to get it done. Yeah. Okay? It still had to happen. That's the standard in LSU.
No, yeah, I think we agreed on that.
Kelly has been dog boo-boo. He lost like 5 of his first 6 opening weeks.
So they lost at home 49-25. To Texas A&M.
Started out rather competitive, and then A&M seized it, just crippled.
And remember, the coach from A&M is the guy with Duke and Riley Leonard. Remember that year they had? He left there and went to Texas A&M.
And A&M,
Mike Elk,
good hire.
They have been.
Right? Elk,
they have
Elk?
been. I don't want to confirm nor deny, but I will say that A&M has been trying to do this for some seasons. They've thrown a lot of money in NIL. They've done. They've been trying to bust through for a while.
Was a big change.
Jimbo, yeah, that's true.
Jimbo was so bad.
He was posting on name.
Well, remember they had the other coach who was the guy before him that won somewhere, and then is it Sullivan? He was at Arizona for a little bit too.
I think Sullivan is right. That rings a bell. But
they had 2 coaches that were supposed to be the next up.
That's right. And they caned him after like a year and a half. They canned him after only a year and a half because they had the opportunity to get Jimbo. That's right. They started the whole paying out coaches thing. They did that big time. They signed 2 big guys and they both fired him within like the first year and a half, brought in Jimbo, rode him out at least, and then they moved on to where they're at with Elko.
But to take it back to Kelly though, I understand his style might be what the SEC usually hires. But it just never seemed like the right fit from the beginning.
There's an SEC team that needs a coach. Florida. Penn State needs a coach. Is he going to one of those?
I don't know why you would go from, that powerhouse of a program, get let go, and then drop into a Penn State or a Florida.
Virginia Tech needs a coach.
Yeah, there's a lot of quality programs that want
that
coaches.
That seems more likely.
And then there's a lot of coaches that we just talked about that are looking for jobs. I heard Fisher wants back in.
I think,
I heard Urban Meyer could be a candidate for the Florida job again.
I think that he would move up the shit list. By the way,
that's not an order.
We want to present our new and updated shit list as far as the layout. So thank you, Downey, for putting in work before.
Yeah, I hope it looks good. We kind of got a little crazy last time.
Cleaned it up.
However,
if
Urban Meyer comes back into active coaching, yes, to me, yes, once again, you said, Trev, that's not in order per se. Well, James Harden is number one because he is the reason why we had the idea for the shit list.
Well, Tyreek Hill's pretty high, and John Fisher owner.
I don't disagree with the top three. I don't believe.
But we do need to figure out if we do add somebody. So John Fisher could come off because he is he's not as prolific,
but he's still in the. He's going to be the owner.
Because we will have to do some votes. Because Dust Bowl, we still need to get one more Dust Bowl beer.
Right.
Yeah. Got to give him a chance.
I don't forgive John Morant yet. I'm not ready to open a vote for him. He's still alive.
There's not really a lot of people willing to open a vote for.
I also agree. Yeah. I mean, Dust Bowl is the closest just simply because
they're a beer.
They're a brewery. Yeah. Dude, yeah. I mean, eventually we'll have to just get smaller letters, and I'm almost there too. Cheers to you. So we'll get to some mead here. I don't know where the opener is. Do I need to go and grab a different opener?
I will in a little bit because I got to use
yeah. You got tinkle time?
Yeah. For our second,
that is the hard thing.
Before the end of the first segment.
Is the hard thing when it comes to evening pods if we've been kind of hanging out all day too.
Yeah.
There's beverages that are going. Right. Yeah.
We're watching football. We're having some
I had a
already.
nice little nap on my sectional though, before y'all got over here. That helped.
So there was a couple other ranked games other than the Texas A&M beating the piss out of LSU. Vandy gets a big win, 17-10 over Mizzou. The quarterback from Mizzou done for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And he had been playing pretty good too, man.
Well, you have to be if you're going to be in the SEC.
So Vandy moves up to 9 next week, I think, right, Trev?
Honey cider style mead. So interesting, Black Rabbit. I'm so curious.
Yeah, Vandy moves up to 9. Got Alabama on this coming Saturday.
Vandy at Texas this Saturday.
You're right, Texas. And Texas is a favorite?
No, we need to barely. I don't want to take away.
Vandy.
I don't want to take away from this game of Mizzou and Vandy. It was a tough game. It's very defensive. It's only 17-10. Pavia did not have the greatest of games. Like you just mentioned, the Missouri quarterback went down 3/4 of the way in. So it does not
done
help.
For the season.
That changes their arc especially after
so bad
losing
for
the week before.
When a guy happens like that, I feel so bad for him when you have like a season like that too.
But the absolute...
Especially in college when your time's limited. Like pros, you get a little bit more of a window if you're good enough.
I was going to say, only if you are... There's two things that can happen. Is you've had one good season where somebody's like, okay, we can repeat that. Or you have draft equity.
Yeah.
They do not give up on top 5, top 10 picks for 3 to 4 years sometimes when it's
sometimes
like, come
longer.
on. Yeah. Other than like obviously Josh Rosen, they knew pretty quick.
Yeah, there's always the guys who find out, that was a mistake.
We've done things with like guys like Deion Jordan got drafted 3rd overall. He was trash in Miami. We gave him a contract. Like we've tried several things like that. Like Pete Carroll was the king of like top, like Luke Jokel. We tried that with him, even though he wasn't a very good player. Sorry.
Other game in the top rankings that was really good. Ole Miss at OU.
Ole Miss comes up with a good
win. Dude, so I watched a lot of that game. I have no idea why they go from shambless to running all the way the 80 yards down, 90 yards down the field, and then all of a sudden Simmons comes in and runs to a play, and then he doesn't even execute. Shambless gives you the running style and the throwing style, so I don't know what Kiffin's doing there or what they're thinking there, but they did it a couple of times in that game where they missed out on opportunities because of it.
And it's not new with Kiffin either. He's done a lot of this for a while, like with always having, it seems like 2 quarterbacks that he plays. Maybe he doesn't play the other guy very much, but there's like plays designed. And I don't know if that's part of his recruiting or just his style, but this is not the first time we've seen this.
They left points off the board by doing it.
Yeah, I think it's not.
Can I just
good.
Can I just comment real quick on how much I love the name of Trinidad Jambliss? That is just such a great fucking name, dude. Every time I hear it, I'm like, what is that guy doing? Like, I don't know. It flows so. It's such a East West Bowl, like fucking, Key and Peele Trinidad Jambliss. It just works so good, dude. I love that name.
He's
bro.
And
he plays well.
Such a good story.
And he plays really well. Once again, I've never been a Lane Kiffin fan. Like,
I like Lane.
You guys are more, sympathizers.
Well, we got
than
the
I am, as it were.
USC Raiders history with him.
Right.
But man, yeah, I agree. Just
OU's defense is good though.
Yes,
They literally call him Mater. Yeah.
Mater looked better. It's just
he's still coming back from that injury. You can tell he's not 100%.
Correct.
The other game we absolutely have to mention is Texas coming back, right?
Dude, came back.
What the fuck? 24 points in the fourth quarter.
Arch got it concussed in that fourth quarter. Dude, his numbers were fucking huge that game too. I don't know, man. It's one of those games I was thinking as I'm sitting there watching, okay, how are we going to start this off? Is Stark the next one on the hot seat? That, thinking about as I'm taking my notes, for the pod, as I'm looking at the score going, fuck, here we go. Texas is going to be on the upset. We're going to be saying Stark's on the hot seat too with Dabo. But they come back and get the big dub.
I mean, we also have, I think Georgia Tech is 8-0 for the first time. It was like the 60s or something.
Yeah.
I forget how long ago it's been since they've been 8-0. But I saw something
not
stupid.
In my lifetime.
Yeah, any of our
lifetimes. Even with Calvin Johnson and
once in your guys' lifetime. It's called NCAA football when I was in it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay.
Lacey dances off pod because we would edit the fuck out of that. That was fucking...
That could be a TikTok.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, put that on a boomerang. Okay, all right. Now, back to Georgia Tech. Hines King is like a legit dual threat quarterback. He's going to... If he can go end the season properly in the ACC... he will be able to move up draft boards as he has some pretty good measurables too. He's not being talked about enough, I don't think. Mostly because that was not a team that was supposed to be doing a whole lot in the ACC anyway.
Well, yeah, and I mean, all the guys that were talked about, a lot of them have faded.
Dude,
so
they've been terrible. If you review, I think it was only a handful of pods ago where we went over the ESPN top 10. Allard isn't fucking there. Mater's been hurt. Nussmeier's been not good. Cade Klubnik has ruined his draft stock as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately.
A lot of those guys.
He has good measurables still, but that competition is not has not helped him this year. No. He's been exposed rather quickly.
Hype at the beginning of the season gave them a chance to be first-round picks. Now these guys are going to be late-round picks. Because they have the measurables and some of the things you look for.
There will be, sure. Right.
But they haven't proven anything enough, or they haven't proven enough in college to be
it'll be
second or even third round.
It'll be real interesting to see how the draft does shake out and what goes up and down the draft boards, because no QB has seized the day. Lenore Sellers has not done himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty young. He's a sophomore.
He can come out.
He's got to come back. He's got to come back.
He can come out.
So he's got to come back.
The way I have him listed, and I think that's the way they're kind of listed. Way I have them listed, I'd have Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and
Mendoza's been playing his balls
Mendoza,
off,
Ty
dude.
Simpson, and Dante Moore are my top
Indiana
three.
Absolutely
Yeah,
shit on UCLA.
Mendoza's number one right now, and then I'd have Ty Simpson and Dante Moore at 2 and 3. That's how I would have them broken. Like, those are my top three right now. After that,
look at the color of it.
You got to start really.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Me neither.
You got to start looking at. I don't know. Is a tier. I think it's probably Lenore Sellers just because his upside's so huge.
Right, and people will take a shot on
Allard's hurt.
They're past me, Downies. So
they're all right here, bro.
Can you just? I don't want to
PFF.
my mic.
PFF has Klubnik as the number one. As Klubnik as the number one quarterback, because when I was doing I've been doing drafts already. Sorry, Mendoza, Dante Moore.
He's not someone I'd spend a first round pick on.
I haven't seen it. I wanted to. I would take, and then other drafts, I'm basically taking Ty Simpson because Mendoza's going 1, and then Dante Moore's going 2.
What year is Simpson?
He's a senior. He's a senior.
Yeah, no, he had to wait.
I wasn't sure.
He had to wait.
He had to wait to play. I like his decision. He had a rough game this week. So getting into some of the upsets, we had some more upsets this week. One of them I'm super disappointed about. Houston beats Arizona State 25-42 or 42-25.
Yeah.
Illinois, Washington gets the fucking upset on Illinois 42-35.
Let's go, Dogs. Shout out, dude. That's our biggest win of the season for sure.
And Memphis, I think this is the second time they've been on our upset side of this.
Yeah.
Beating South Florida. South Florida goes down, which kind of sucks because I kind of wanted to root for them.
Yeah.
I agree. No, they'd made some noise against some big programs.
They fall out.
They beat Florida. They got
25.
fired.
Did they?
Makes sense. They were only 20.
Memphis is 25.
They were only
now.
21. They were only 21 when they lost.
No,
so.
18.
Oh, 18? Oh,
Trev, will you give us real quick before we cheers? Will you give us a rundown of the top 25? Then we're going to cheers.
No, let's do a cheers first.
Yeah,
cheers first.
Yeah, cheers first.
This is from a local meadery. My wife picked it up. Actually, she won it because her and David, the trivia team duo, won that night.
Huh.
And they got 3 bottles of this.
Huh.
And I get a I haven't tasted it yet. I got to drink. Tell me about it, though.
Black Rabbit mead. It's called Bochette, and it's caramelized honey cider style mead. It's carbonated, which apparently most mead must not be. If it's,
no.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair take.
I would say it's very bland.
It drinks at 6.9. It says semi-dry, and I don't disagree with that.
It is semi-dry, but there's not a lot of flavor.
I don't get the spark of the honey that I want.
Honey forward.
I taste it, but I was hoping it would sweeten it up. This is
I was
funny.
Actually expecting more as well, being mead.
I was expecting it to be
funny because I want my cider dry and not sweet, but I feel like this is missing an element of sweet.
I think I was expecting it to be way sweet.
I'm glad it's not way sweet.
I was like, I was
expecting a little more
from there, and it was the one I got was like super sweet.
I mean, that's traditional mead.
Okay.
I mean,
it drinks at a 6.9. It's no joke as far as ABV. Like
this
that's
is more
legit.
cider-esque, I would say.
Okay, well, because it's carbonated. Right? Yeah.
And and the dryness.
I don't mind the bad. Meat. I think if this is the flavor profile you're gonna roll, then it should be more carbonated even.
Yes, I don't think it's bad. It's just not what I was expecting
yeah, me either.
And that's fair. And now that I've kind of adjusted my palate to it,
it's more cider-esque.
It's good. It's so funny. I'm normally not a sweet guy. I'm dying for just a bit more sweetness. Yeah. And I think it would be much better. It's a 5 right now. It could be a 7 to 8 with that nice little touch of sweetness.
We got a kind of another week. Not to say the week is weak in college football because it's never weak. We have great games between
conferences,
tons of different games that we don't even talk about. We just don't have time. But for ranked teams, you got number 10 Miami at SMU, who just lost to Wake Forest.
Yeah, that's not as appealing.
Doesn't help.
Miami better blow them out.
They have to.
They better.
Number 18 OU at number 14 Tennessee.
That could be good.
That's a huge game.
Hold on, we were going to do the top 25.
Yeah. So let me roll through this.
All right, we're here. We're here now.
This is the biggest game I think of the week. In maybe, I think I'm more interested in next year. But this game, number 9 Vandy at Texas, number 20 Texas, is probably the bigger game of the week. This game I'm more interested in.
Try to pull some eyeballs for sure.
Number
Texas
7
is a 3.5 point favorite.
Oh my god.
Number 6.
Hold on real quick. Is it in UT? Is that why? That's why. Yeah.
It's in UT. Yeah. And you got a newly ranked Vandy who's coming off all these wins.
Sure.
I like Vandy.
I like Vandy
more
too.
Consistent.
I like Vandy too.
I agree. Their defense has been meaningful when need be, and defense traditionally travels. Arch has not been good. If he got concussed, who knows if he'll play?
We don't even know he's going to play.
Right, exactly. So they're only giving the home crowd, they're saying, because that's a very hard stadium to go in and get a dub.
Sure.
It is.
It's going to be loud.
Yeah.
The Big 12, man. Number 17 Cincinnati at number 24 Utah. Big 12 is just so much fun. They're not ranked very high, but there's so many teams that are like got one loss. So every week's like, holy shit, what could happen
I
here?
want them to finally turn into the conference, though, that's going to make a little bit of noise in the fucking... I know Arizona State...
They could be the...
BYU's rolling right now, Charlie.
That's who I called.
You called BYU.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that game. They were the underdog against Iowa State betting wise.
Really? They smashed that.
Because they went. It was in Iowa
State. They were in Iowa, and a couple bad special teams play blew that game for Iowa State. They could have won that game.
Iowa State was in it the whole time, and then the score doesn't show what the first three quarters were, because the first three quarters were super fucking interesting.
Competitive. It's true. It was within like a score, a handful of points.
All right, Twee, throw us the top 25 to finish out this first segment.
Top to bottom or bottom to top?
Let's go top bottom.
Okay. Top bottom, obvious.
Ohio State's not going to move.
With 54 first place votes, so
damn near
way ahead of everybody at 7-0. Indiana,
dude, rolled
clear number 2.
Got one more win than Ohio State, but their schedule is comparable. They only got 11 first place votes.
Well, yeah, because also Ohio State is the defending national champion.
Big Ten, again, I mean, everybody talks about the SEC. Big Ten's winning the national championship.
But they're not cannibalizing each other.
Not as much.
This year, I would say the SEC's lower half is better than the Big Ten's lower half.
Sure, 1,000%. But the top
last
tier,
year, I would have said it was
hasn't been that top tier SEC team since Saban left, really.
Yeah, because Bama had a struggle.
Georgia's taking a step back.
Don't look now.
Texas A&M, dude. I don't know.
A&M and Bama. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost there because now here comes A&M. Undefeated A&M with only one first place vote.
Dude, I think we'll see. Let's see.
See, exactly. That's why they don't have the first place votes.
Well, I mean.
I don't know, man. I think they're rolling. I watched a lot of that game yesterday. I didn't watch a lot of Texas A&M games. They look like they're legit.
No, they do. They're going to make the playoff and make some noise.
Definitely.
For sure.
Right after them, though, we got Alabama and Georgia.
I don't want to play Alabama.
No first place votes.
I would
only one loss for each of those
Alabama
teams.
Right now.
After that, Oregon with one loss at number 6. Then we get back to the SEC with Ole Miss at number 7.
Their only loss to Georgia.
And then the first non-Big Ten SEC school, Georgia Tech at 8. We already talked about them a little bit.
Didn't see them
coming.
What up, GT? Didn't see them coming.
Big surprise. Dude. One of the bigger surprises in college
football. Heinz King is just doing it, dude. He's been the best quarterback in the ACC. And that's crazy considering we thought Klubnik was going to have a potential Heisman season. We thought Carson Beck could step up in Miami.
Think that's fucking
a good little bit he kind of had.
What's going on in Clemson is like, I don't even have
travesty.
Fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
Yeah.
Fraudulent.
Yeah, I don't know why I cannot say that word.
I don't know why there's an
I like using that word.
Fraudulent.
Whatever.
Fraud.
He is
big time.
When you looked at the boards, when I send you guys like the top 10 or the top 25 of what people think, and you have a quarterback and multiple defensive players on that list,
this is one of the biggest disappointments. How can Penn State? You can't get any more of a bigger disappointment than those two programs this season, and that's why Franklin's out, and that's why we think Dabo should be out, but. I think they're going to at least let him get to the end of the year. We'll see if it happens then. I think it should, but...
You took a top preseason top 3 team and
ran them out of the top 25.
By week 6 wasn't ranked.
You're like 3-3. You
didn't win a Big Ten. Yeah, you didn't win a Big Ten game. He got fired.
Oh yeah, Penn State. Yeah.
That's nuts.
They got Ohio State this week. That was supposed to be like the game.
That's going to be a blowout. It's going to suck.
It should be a blowout.
Okay, getting back to the rankings though, Vandy proving that they are legit.
Number 9.
Number 9 with only one loss. After them, undefeated BYU.
At number 10, what up BYU?
Good pick, Chad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's looking solid right now.
I mean, they seem destined for at least the Big 12 championship. Whoever that's going to be against could be Texas Tech, could be
anybody right now.
I mean,
Cincinnati.
That
keep going. Let's keep going. 11. We're on 11.
11. We got 11 is Miami.
That's funny. They fell. They won.
In the AP,
fell.
They have them BYU and Miami listed as 10, which is
Impossible.
But that's how it's listed on
Okay.
ESPN.
10-1,
On the
10-2.
AP hole.
10-1, 10-2.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't like
It's
that.
very weird.
That's not how
I
that
don't know if I've ever
happens.
seen that before.
That means they
that's
have,
what I
that
was
means
confused.
they have equal points, right?
Correct.
That means which is odd, and there should be a way to decipher that or to separate
They
that.
do have the exact same amount of points.
That's what it has to mean. Yeah.
After Miami, we got Notre Dame at 12. With 2 losses, they're the first 2-loss team up
Still
there.
a competitive 2-loss team, though. I wouldn't want
Well,
to play
they're
Notre Dame.
Dude, they're
either.
going to win out and be right there.
Yep. So
Sure.
that's why I think they're ranked up that high. Texas Tech at 13 with their 1 loss. And then we got Tennessee with their 2 losses at 14. Virginia, another surprise at 15
wow.
with only 1 loss.
Yeah, no,
Forgot they were
they're
up
competitive. Yeah, no, they're going to play through that ACC.
1 ahead of Louisville. They got 1 more win than Louisville,
Yeah.
who is at
Who
16.
just took down Miami or last week. So,
Yep.
shit, there you go.
After that, we got Cincinnati.
Yeah, what up, Cincy? Bearcats.
Only 1 loss there.
Remember, this isn't the same coach that took them to the thing. He's up in Wisconsin now.
Yeah,
this is a different
he's kind of
coach.
on the hot seat. in
Dude, they
Wisconsin.
suck. Fickle?
Yeah, that's been a disappointment.
Fickle's being very fickly with his fickler.
prickly or fickle. Okay. Anyways, after that,
Carry on.
we got Oklahoma at 18.
Dude, they have a good defense.
Striking difference.
This is a
Striking distance.
way better Oklahoma team than they've been. He's finally got them on the uptick. Their defense is legit as fuck, though.
After that,
Just
Mizzou.
a quick-
But
hey,
man, that's tough for Mizzou after losing that.
Dude,
quarterback.
they're toast.
And their quarterback, yeah.
That's
yeah.
probably not.
You're going to
for
write them
long.
off. You're going to
Yeah.
write them off.
They'll be out of the top
Yeah.
25.
And they were at 19. At 20, we got Texas hanging in.
Yeah, barely. Barely.
Another hang-in team with another. All these OU, Mizzou, Texas, all have 2 losses, along with Michigan at 21.
I don't know. I don't see it. I know that they got kind of Charlie's the other week, but man, I don't know. I just don't see Michigan being a top 25 team.
I think I agree. I think they're just
I
a
think
benefactor
they're- well, I
of
think
being
they're-
in the
they're-
Big
they're-
Ten.
They're fraudulent.
I think
got it.
I think they're right where they deserve to be.
Do you really?
Yeah. I don't think they're above. I don't think they're below. I
You think it's
that-
appropriately
Pretty
ranked?
much,
They're
pretty much.
a lower. They're not good enough to be in the playoff, but they're a good team.
Yes. Yeah. They're still. It's a mid-20s team. Like they still can win. They still can win against good competition.
I think
They
a
can
lot of
lose.
it is just being in the Big Ten and
Sure.
having a high-profile quarterback.
Yeah,
If
Underwood.
he-
I was going to mention him,
If
but
he,
I didn't.
yeah, if he wasn't a freshman and he was more developed, then it would make more sense.
Which is why this next couple of years is going to be big time for him.
yeah, this.
All right,
That's
so
gonna be
round
a
us
lot.
out, money.
I can't wait to have pizza and wings here in a minute.
Oh yes, some leftovers from your house of last night. But
Shout
to finish us off, we got Houston rolling in at 22 with
What
one
up,
loss.
Houston?
Just
They
had a big win last night.
had the big win against Arizona State.
Yeah, and that's why they're there. And
Yeah.
then USC's hanging in there at 23.
They're a better team than Michigan.
I mean, they beat them, but Michigan's ranked ahead of them. And then to finish it off, we got Utah and Memphis. Memphis getting in there.
Memphis got in there. Good job,
Yeah.
Memphis.
At 25 with that big win
Bitch,
against
I'm from Memphis. What you know
or,
about me?
I agree with most of it. It's not a bad top 25. But we're gonna take a break.
South Florida. Damn, that's who they just
We're gonna take a
beat.
break,
We
eat
talked
some
about
pizza,
that.
watch the Packers and Pittsburgh game for a minute. Probably come back with new drinks in the second.
Yeah,
half.
I'm gonna
Probably
kill this
definitely.
meat for
we
sure.
got a couple to drink.
Yeah, we do. We got
a
some-
taster. We got another beer.
We might have to have a beer with our pizza too. We
If
might
you
have
want,
to
I
figure
can
something out.
purvey that as
Oh,
well.
boy.
But we're going to come back in the second segment with quarterbacks rule the world. We have an update on our actual record
NFL
for
baby.
that.
Yeah.
NFL's biggest surprises so far.
Which also, it's next week. We need to re-update. It's
That's
been 4
quarterbacks.
weeks. Yeah,
Yep, I was gonna
absolutely.
talk about
We
that.
need to re-update.
Standings with also where we're at with our habits. We'll revisit where we picked everybody just to kind of update
Keep
where we're at.
everybody up to date.
Yeah, see where we're at.
Callbacks
Yeah.
because dude,
Charlie's
it's-
wearing a lot of hats lately. So
man.
At least one.
M's, dude. I know I have to take a real big doo-doo when it comes to the MLB, bro.
Doo-doo.
It happened physically. It happened on the. It didn't happen team. Oh, bad, just bad.
And then a fantasy football update.
Oh, you don't want to hear that out of me
I don't know.
either. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to give you. I just want to see where
I
you
know.
are.
It's trash. Anyway, real quick. We'll see you for segment 2 pretty quickly.
Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, guys.
Tasty.
Liking the color of this bitch right here. You know what I'm saying?
Always down for an amber.
Oh, yeah. That's good,
Yum.
Charlie. What are we
I like
drinking, bro?
that.
E9. You guys ready for this? I love the name. It's the name that pulled me in. Rowdy and Dick. Amber Ale. From our boys in E9. I just said that. Tacoma. So a little Washington love. 5.8.
There you go.
It's tasty, man. It's like exactly what I want with a brown.
Or an amber.
Amber.
Ambers, reds, browns, all within that pocket.
Well, brown's a little deeper, but
Sure.
that is what I want from an amber.
Sure.
Yeah, no, this is what I think of for an amber. It hits
Excuse me.
just how I like.
So, I would say that it does have that nice malty profile to it, which is what you're aiming for. You can tell by the color, caramel.
Multi profiles.
Yeah,
It is a tasty amber. I like when we get an amber because they're hard to find.
That's why I
They
pulled
can
it
be.
for sure. They are. It's a lesser produced profile.
I didn't
than
even
other
really
ones.
see Alaskan ambers around much.
Alaskan in general is kind of hard to find anymore.
That's a good brewery.
I don't disagree.
I've been the little place up by my house by Chewy and Jugs.
Bex.
No, the little smoke shop that's got beer in
Oh
it.
yeah, okay.
They do a good job of
Good variety. Good.
yeah, that's where I got that the revision.
Oh.
They had the Great White Shark, the Great White
by Lost Coast.
They had the Downtown Brown, and they had another one. I was like, "Fuck, man, we could have all three of those on one pod. Do a Lost Coast pod.
Coming up.
An Alaskan pod would be a cool
Good
pod
one,
too. Those would be 2 pods because they have you could have 3 home runs easy, and they're all flagship.
It's good to speak on that though too, because I got a gas station by my house, just kind of a hole in the wall, kind of like that liquor store where you can find some good stuff.
Yeah.
They get a nice variety of things. Of course, they have the everyday like big sellers.
Cheers, right, bud, right.
Yeah, but then to get like
Yeah, bud, here.
nice craft beer as
Bud
well.
Light here.
Good selection.
That's a funny commercial. I do enjoy Shane Gillis.
I do too, dude. He's hilarious.
Think he's funny. I really do.
Bud Light here. Dude, I was doing.
mind.
Never mind. I was doing that in the house. Angelique was not
Not like
He
that.
in general, he's
not
got,
impressed.
He's got one delivery, and eventually it will wear thin. But right now, it's hella funny.
Dude, he's hella. When we watched one of his specials on Netflix, holy
he
shit,
just does
dude.
the double clasp over
Yeah.
the mic. Is like that's
Yeah,
that's his
dude, I
move.
would laugh to I
He's funny.
laughed hard.
He's funny. Anyway, sidebar.
Jumping into football, NFL football. So we've been doing the quarterbacks rule the
Bye
rule,
week, baby.
picking the top quarterbacks that we think are the best quarterbacks.
Which, as we talked about in segment 1, Pod 114, we'll have a 1 through 32. We got to do it again.
We have to
every
do it
4
again.
weeks.
Lots
Every
of
4
movement.
weeks.
Lots of movement. Right now,
It's only fair.
right
Quarterly.
now after week 7, we are 67-40-1.
Okay.
So we're almost. Well, I mean, almost double. We're a
You
little
mean-
shy.
No, we're
But
not
it's
double.
a very, very
you put
nice
us. You put us
win.
at 67%. Yeah, that's almost 100 games total.
Yeah,
right.
we're like
just-
67%.
we're about 67%. Right.
We're right there.
That's excellent. That's excellent. That's Hall of Fame
This week,
status.
this week we got a good number going.
3
We're
losses.
8-3 going
But
into
what it
tonight's
says,
game.
it doesn't say much about us because we're just generally ranking the QBs
Correct.
in the overall. What it says is that
If
you need
if you have a quarterback,
if you have a top 10 guy, you're going to win a lot more games.
then you are going to lose, and it's
Because we're not picking
literally-
teams, we're literally picking quarterbacks.
It's only the quarterback
Yeah.
because there's times you're like, fuck, I wouldn't have picked. There's times
such and such team.
Correct.
Right.
We've talked about it all year. Like, I don't know if there's a bunch this week because right now you're starting to get into these weird times where you got a lot of backups because the guys are hurt.
We've got some bad teams in
so
the
it's hard.
NFL
So
right
it's
now,
hard
too,
to pick
bro.
the quarterbacks. Yeah, my team's one of them.
They don't look very good.
And there's not like a backup that I wish. I wish we just drafted one. Fuck. Okay, I'll get back on track.
We'll let you have that moment, dude.
We're going to touch a couple games.
I mean, I know you lost today, but like your team's banged up, so you're not necessarily.
Yeah, Trev, good job. You're one of the games we want to touch on.
Water,
Niners at Texans,
like drowning you. Just
one of the better backup quarterbacks, though.
Max played really good. Huh? So here's my question for you, Trev.
Oh,
let it out.
I'm doing stuff around the house, getting stuff picked up, and I'm turning your game on, and you guys have gotten your first down with less than 2 minutes left in the first half. How in the fuck is that a possibility?
Well, the Texans are one of the better defenses in the NFL.
They are.
But this is a big disappointment for the Niners because with losing Bosa and Warner, the offense really needs to take the lead, and they haven't been able to do so. I mean, we can make the excuse that injuries have caught up. We should get Purdy back and Pearsall back next week. Ayuk's practice window opens up, and if that offense can't be better than 3 touchdowns, then we're going to lose guaranteed. It's just not going to be our season.
The quarterback hasn't been the problem, though. I think Max, every game he's
worked
played
that system well.
Very good. And that's a good play on Kyle, though, too, because Kyle is calling the plays on that. So I think Kyle's done an excellent job. And like I said, I think a pod or maybe 2 pods ago, the Niners coaching staff's been amazing.
Yeah, come on. Get Coach of the Year for once, Kyle.
The year that Mac Jones came out, there was a lot of smoke around the Niners
picking him
because of this.
Right, because he's another guy who can dial into the system. Exactly. And, yes, the swing – Trey Lance, man. But he might even be a bigger bust than Jamarcus Russell. He got far less opportunity. Far less opportunity,
and we didn't make the trade.
Yeah, but he also didn't go at
just
one.
at number one.
Yeah, we just did a stupid ass.
We should have taken Adrian
Peterson.
Oh yeah, dude.
We should have taken Adrian Peterson. That's who we should have taken.
But today,
hindsight's 2020.
I wanted Adrian Peterson.
Stud, I'm sure. Of course you did.
To bring it back,
I've been a draft expert for a long time.
Bring it back, y'all. Come on, hold on.
The Niners' offense was Mac Jones has been good, but today was not good. It wasn't that good.
You guys gave up a lot. He was under pressure almost all day. You guys couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, no. I thought maybe the Falcons was a good sign of things to come. It turns out the Falcons are just a mess themselves. After losing to the Dolphins today,
we're gonna dive into that very soon. But to wrap it up on your Niners, man, that team has the capability and. Today just wasn't the day.
I think I bring it back to Salah. I think we've overperformed with the injuries that we've had this season.
Sure.
And that's why I had them ranked higher in as far as my power rankings goes, because we were able to overcome a lot of that with not the starters there. And even when the starters come back, it doesn't mean they're going to be the same players because of the injuries that they've sustained.
And trying to get going mid-season when mofos have been playing for 2 months and you're just playing your first game.
Mofos.
That's
I'm
where
trying to cuss less on the pod.
Well, good job, I guess. But
did my wife say something to you about that?
Not at all.
But that's where I have a little hope, at least, is just because of the coaching. I know Shanahan's gonna scheme it up. I know Salah is gonna rally the troops. It's just the defense can't be on the field that long when the offense is struggling. The offense can't struggle with the injuries that we have for the season long.
There were some drops too. I saw
that's what really hurt the offense.
In the first half, there were some drops that could have led to bigger plays.
Yes. No, there was 2 big third down plays that the ball went through the wide receiver's hands.
Jennings was one, and then the other one was
was it Sky Moore or no? No. It was Watkins. It was a rookie.
Yep.
That's who it was. I was like, oh, it was right there. You make that play, that can change the drive.
Especially when you run the ball on first and second down and you need the one completion to get the third down. We've talked about it so many times on the pod about dude, those drops with a running team is our fucking killers on third down.
We can only rely on CMC so much.
If you're throwing the ball only 20 to 25 times, right? Because there are NFL teams out there that's kind of the expectation.
Most of them.
That means if you have 3 drops within that, that's almost 20%. That's 20% of your throws just being dropped. That is unacceptable. Like, we cannot do that, dude. Like, we can't. Like, we don't win football games like that.
Quick shout out for, National Tight Ends Day. Kittle and Tonjes both had touchdown grabs. So
there's been a lot of good. There's been a lot of good TE work today. Kraft has their one for Green Bay.
So we were talking about the Falcons. Dude, lost today 34-10.
What?
To the Dolphins.
Let me read you at no point close.
Let me read you some stats. So Tua goes 22 for 26 for 205, 4 tutties. A-Chain goes for 67. Ollie Gordon, rookie from Oklahoma State, goes for 46. Waddle 99. Malik Washington, another draft pick of theirs, for 36. And then A-Chain has 24 yards receiving. So more of what this team they thought they would look like today.
Right.
Offensively, yeah.
So what the fuck is going on with the Falcons? I think this is more about what's going on with the Falcons than it is the Dolphins.
Dude, I sat there in my seat several times.
I know Penix didn't play.
Yeah,
but
big disappointment for Kirk.
Should have gotten more than... Yes, exactly.
You know who should have gotten more? 9 for
Bijan.
25.
Yeah.
Bijan's
didn't even get touched.
That game plan was garbage. Yeah. Bad.
3 for 23 in the air.
That can't be the game plan.
Bad. No, he's got to touch the ball 20 times.
Yeah.
He's got to touch the ball 20 times.
If not, whether that's off, you got to throw it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's got to be. He's got to dial up for Bijan.
That offense runs through him. Drake London is good.
Dropping the ball offensively, big time.
Kyle Pitts is such a conundrum.
He's a disappointment. He's been better this year.
Career-wise, he's been a disappointment.
But where he was drafted,
this year he's been okay. This year he's been okay, but still not draft status worthy. Number 4 overall is what he was taking in that year.
You got to be a game changer.
But you're telling me that you're only 9 for 25 on Bijan?
No, trash.
Yeah, that is the big trash number of the game. That exactly tells why the Falcons lost.
You have 6 to 8 more plays that you guarantee just turn around and hand it off to them. Because if one of those pops, it flips the momentum of that game.
Everybody else runs down the Dolphins' throat. You're at home and you can't run the football.
That's why we thought Atlanta was a consideration for our bet this week. Not that the rest of the bets went well, but because Bijan should have just been able to run over him and.
Didn't run
the game
over
plan
him, didn't
wasn't
run
even
around
for
him.
that.
No.
I don't know how you have an athlete or a player like him, and that's your total.
So dumb.
Well, I can't say anything. Fuck, we went 30 for 30 last week, and I'm not talking about 30 bombs and 30 stolen bases. The Chiefs had 30 first downs, and the Raiders only had 30 plays.
31-0, dude. That was a mauling.
I'm talking about another bet that went sideways.
The
Jets 39, Bengals 38.
Lord, it sure did. Looked good. Started up very good, very pro, us.
Justin Fields goes 21 for 32 for 244 and a tutty. Breece Hall has 133 on the ground on 18 carries and 2 tutties.
Bengals defense makes Justin Fields look good.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The shit out of the football. They had a bunch of guys get catches. There's a ton of dudes.
Hendricks was out, right?
And nobody, I don't even know any of these guys' names other than Mason Taylor.
Oh, for the
Jets when it comes to their receiving core,
yeah.
I'm sure it's a whole bag of nothing.
And then the Bengals, Flacco's got 2 tutties for 233. They still ran for
and Brown it wasn't the offense. It wasn't the offense.
But that's kind of what we thought it would be going into the year. It's just the explosion by the Jets offense that
is alarming to say the least.
So last week, Jamar Chase got 23 targets. This week he got 19.
I mean, I would run the same game plan, honestly. Offensively, the Bengals aren't doing
Once
wrong.
again, had they stopped the Jets one time in the second half, they would have won that game. They let them absolutely just turn. Yeah, no, it's funny. It is funny because AFC on it doesn't affect me one little bit. I feel bad for the Bengals. I do. If there's anything I could say about that, it's just I think that that team had higher aspirations.
I don't feel bad for the Bengals.
Yeah, no.
Okay, don't.
Because I maybe feel bad maybe for some of the players, but not the organization. They've done that stuff to them. They've done that shit to themselves. 100%.
Self-influenced.
I mean, it is. They've everything that they've done, like not signing the guys, not like taking care of this stuff. It's all done.
Inflicted.
Yeah.
Inflicted wounds.
Last game we're talking about before we get to some of the biggest surprises. Baltimore ends up blowing out. The score at the end, 30-16 on the Bears, is not as close as it was. There's some stuff that ended the game, but the Bears had an opportunity here to come off a win and go against a team that didn't have their starter. Their defenses looked like shit. Like, that's one of the big surprises to me is I didn't think they'd be like top 10 defense, but I didn't think they'd be like lower fucking 20s defense. And they come out and stifle a Bears team. The Bears are just, what are the Bears?
You know, as it comes down to quarterbacks, man, I think the what is Caleb Williams debate needs to kind of start happening. I think there's been enough of pool of work that we can really start being kind of critical. And I don't know, man. He's got to get rid of that hero ball. It's just he still thinks that he can extend plays longer than he can, and every now and again it'll work out. But
I'm partly with you there. Like I feel much more critical of his play this season. We've seen some of the stupid things that he has done
repetitively now.
Yes, the only kind of way I give them a little bit more more ground to make up is just the new coaching. I know it might take a little bit for him to kind of recalibrate what Caleb should be instead of what he is. I mean, how many chances have we given all these other quarterbacks?
Look, no, I'm not saying he's out of chances. I'm not saying give up on the guy. What I'm saying is I think that there's some serious consideration that needs to be like this generational talent. If he doesn't hone in, he's got to reel it in, period.
Yeah, because
the backyard football's got to go.
Jaden's been hurt a lot this year, but Drake May's lighting it up. Yeah, Bo Nix is playing good.
Bo Nix has had an insane last 2 weeks, dude.
Caleb has looked real bad.
Especially when you put him against his contemporaries. That's a really good point.
But, I mean, you're not to the point where you're drafting a quarterback after this season.
No. That's not what I'm saying at all. I was
trying to get the scale.
Yeah, no. I'm like I just said, I'm not throwing the towel in on the kid, but
yes, his time is getting shorter with this kind of play.
You got to coach that out of him now.
Yeah,
now.
I would say he has next season, and if he doesn't clean it up next season, then you're drafting a quarterback in the possibly first round.
Can it be coached out of him?
That's what we're going to have to find out.
Because look at what happened at USC. The USC offense looks completely different with a less athletic quarterback, but a quarterback that plays way more in the system compared to, look at what Jared Goff's Ben Johnson offense looked like compared to you're on your back foot, the ball's coming out. Like, we talked so much about Kyler Murray not playing in the system. Can Caleb ever get into the system? Is he making the right reads?
He can if he wants to.
Well, and also just because you brought it up, like, Ben Johnson has more leeway. If, he's going to be there longer than Caleb if Caleb doesn't clean this up. It's not bring in a new coach to fix Caleb. It's you're going to either
the coach is going to go get his guy
with Johnson or you're getting a new quarterback.
The coach is going to.
If Allard's there in the late, if Allard's there in the fourth round, and you're like, oh shit,
let's see what we can do.
Correct.
If we can mold him,
if depending on how this year goes, I can take this guy.
This year you won't take a first round quarterback, but you take a quarterback maybe later in the draft just to see, how Caleb's next season goes.
You just don't,
because you're not tied to him. You didn't draft him.
Didn't draft him.
You don't want your quarterback. You don't want to go into a really meaningful game wondering if he's going to have that brain fart moment.
Yeah,
right?
And we've seen with organizations like the Broncos and the Niners, it's better to just eat it. Eat that salary, eat those draft picks that you gave up if you have a better option at that position. Wound.
If you know it's not going to get any better than what you have.
I saw a meme the other day.
I love good memes.
And it was a Raider fan asked another fan, so what old veteran are we going to go for next?
The Colts were doing that for a while, and I mean,
Mac Jones?
They got lucky with Daniel Jones, speaking of which, who's playing very well.
Well, let's start there with our biggest surprises. That is easily have to be when I brought
The
this topic
number
up,
one
this
biggest
is the biggest
surprise, man,
surprise.
without a shadow of a
Daniel
doubt.
Jones, resurrect. Well, yeah, we just none of us.
Here's
Nobody had that kind of faith.
Here's
in
the
Daniel
first
Jones,
callback.
but that
I want to know,
offense
where
was
did we all put the
built.
Colts in our AFC South? I'm very curious about that. We pulled these
All
numbers
third.
because all third. Okay.
So they weren't.
No,
bottom.
third. No, third is bad. Third is traditionally not making playoffs.
I fought with myself
Yes.
over it. I wanted to put them higher, but I didn't see that they could get. I should have, but the Texans' offense line. I knew the Texans' offense line was to be shit, but the Colts altogether, dude, they are like the number one offense.
They're
in the
running
league.
the Steichen system.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love Steichen. I've been preaching it.
Yeah, and we just hadn't seen it because Anthony Richardson wasn't
Is
able to
not
run
that
it.
guy. No.
We all thought the Jags would be somewhat better.
Their offense line still sucks.
The other surprise would be the Texans. We thought, we knew they didn't fix that offensive line, but they had won the division the last 2 years. They have a great defense. If that
They have
offensive line,
what we perceive to be the best quarterback in the conference,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, as far as like, I think he's
He
won
looked better
2 playoff
today.
games.
He looked
over-
better today.
He did. His last couple of weeks, he's looked good.
missing Mixon also is
Doesn't
hurt that
help,
team.
sure. But yeah.
Danny Dimes numbers: 2,062 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Great
Beautiful.
numbers.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
79
Anybody
point-
sign me up for that.
79.3 QBR, which is tied for first.
Beat the Broncos, beat the Chargers. Those are their best wins.
Good for him.
Yes, agreed. And I think, dude, once again, as we've spoken on, good coaching, good GMing, good culture. Look at these guys that have gotten away from the Jets and don't develop quarterbacks,
Yeah.
period.
Get away from New York.
Yeah, you got other example. Yeah, Justin Fields. Going
Sam Darnold.
with exactly. Going and then Daniel Jones in the other New York. The
Yep.
Giants,
That's
since
what I'm
they've
saying.
lost Eli, have been a fucking trash bin of quarterbacks, dude. Like organizational know-how and development and awareness of talent is key.
I would say that the organizations fumble the quarterbacks more than the quarterbacks fumble the organizations.
Clearly, that's because these kids are still talented when they
Yes.
get into the right system with the right guy who can pull the right coaching out of this person and get them, clicking at their best self. Yes, they're pro quarterbacks for a reason. They played this well in college for a reason. These are not bad football players.
Yeah, we just saw the reclamation projects with Baker and Sam, and now Daniel
Both
Jones.
on the Carolina Panthers, who are now on Bryce Young, who's schmeh, right? Like,
Well, he's
been better
playing
than
better.
The
but he's
Vikings
hurt
had
now.
Darnold and Jones just last year, and now they have Carson Wentz backing up until McCarthy comes back. Fumble that bag in that QB room. as it
They
were.
did.
They offered him more guaranteed. The Vikings offered Daniel Jones more guaranteed money than Colts did,
It was an opportunity to start.
but it was more of an opportunity to start for Daniel Jones.
1,000%. And look at him go. Golf clap, Danny Dimes, golf clap. I love that. Betting on yourself and going out and making it happen.
Charlie?
And you're 7-1.
I think you got a big surprise. You picked who to be in the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. The Ravens, who did win today. The Eagles, I'm still looking okay in the NFC, but my AFC is trash, without a shadow of a doubt. Even the win today, which does change the QB rule, that's a loss because we did think Caleb was going to be better than Snoop Huntley. But yeah, no, I'll be honest. I picked the call like I was a bird bowl, and
One
bird can get there.
like I said earlier, I thought that the Ravens defense would be like probably in the 15 range, not in the 25 range.
Yeah, no, that was a drastic drop. That was alarming.
And
that's why they are where they are.
Where's that D coordinator at? Where's that one that was the most recent dominant D coordinator?
last
coordinator.
season wasn't
Coaching
that
that
bad
Canadian team.
though. And it's been bad.
Coaching a 5-2 Seattle team.
Bringing in Jair Alexander from the Packers and meaning
Dude, it's
diddly.
all old,
Diddly,
dude. It's all
diddly do.
old. They're all old as fuck back that way.
Well, I mean, you still have guys like Kyle Hamilton and
Yeah,
guys
they're-
like
He's
But your cornerback room is weak.
is older.
Your
It
defensive
is.
line has not stepped up,
especially
and
with
then you
Matabike going
gone
out
the rest of the year.
Yeah.
should never let go of Roquan.
He got a lot of money going to Chicago.
No, he's
It was
on
the other way
Ravens.
around. I'm
He's
sorry,
on
went
the
from
Ravens.
Chicago to the Ravens.
He
Yeah.
just came back.
He just
Okay.
came back. You're right.
He just came back. Another big surprise. I think another surprise it's got to be the.
What are you talking about?
She ain't talking about nothing.
I think the Cowboys' offense has got to be a big surprise. They didn't perform today, but that offense has been one of the top offenses in the league. You're talking top 5 offense without having CD for like a couple games. It's been way better than I thought they were going to be.
I still want to think the surprise on my Ravens is terrible.
Well, that's why we're in the biggest surprise part, Chuck.
It is.
I mean, the other big surprise I think has got to be New England at the top of the East.
That's a big one.
Shout! We were talking about that off pod. Yeah,
Drake May, man, lighting it up, dude. He's
been great. He's been great.
Vrabel coming back and like
Vrabel's
changing
been
the culture.
great.
Yeah, Mayo clearly wasn't the dude. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it's relatively the same roster.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know if that's fair, though. That's
a couple of different guys on defense.
Head coaching job versus Vrabel, who's
Coach of the Year. He
probably
has a Coach of the Year under his
Tennessee
belt.
shouldn't have let go. They made bad personnel decisions.
They were the number 1 seed. They still were competitive in the playoff picture. Yes, he didn't get you over the hump, but he was way better. Look at Tenney now. Oh, my God.
They're easily one of the worst teams.
They're only shortly behind the Browns right now as far as like organizationally badly ran. Same with the Jets.
The Jets, you got to throw them in there.
Yeah, no,
Raiders.
But I'm just saying, I don't think the Raiders are anywhere near as bad.
I don't put the Raiders in that 3-team group.
Yeah, no,
put me on the staff.
I agree.
I'm drafting better.
Until the Browns figure out a way to get one quarterback they're going to pay that's actually reasonable, that team's going to suffer for a long time.
How long do we wait before Shador?
Well, he wasn't even on the
scratch.
He was a scratch today.
I know, but I mean, how many games
that defense is
Dylan Gabriel going to lose with this great defense before they make that change?
Why not just keep losing? Why not just keep losing? You're going to take fucking Dante Moore.
You have your pick,
or
and you
fucking
also
Fernando
have
Mendoza.
The Jaguars first round pick.
I just feel like
Travis
if that's
Hunter
your
trade.
thinking, and knowing who the Browns are, they're just going to miss on that play.
But think about what they could do this draft.
They could too.
So your defense is built up.
Ooh, we're going to get a high draft pick at quarterback, and guess what? We're
And
going to miss on it.
And you have another pick. You have the Jags pick. You could get
like miss on that pick too.
What you're doing is you're definitely wasting Miles Garrett.
I did like their defensive
Well, he shouldn't have signed there.
We talked about this as well. I agree. You don't get to complain about not winning, but then in this most recent offseason, when you originally sounded like you were going to stand your ground, you did request a trade. As soon as they made you top dog, you signed that contract, and you were like, "We got to plan a quarterback."
Hey, set a record today, 5 sacks in the game.
He's a bad man. That's why I'm explaining that they are wasting him.
You know, who else set a record today?
That's why if I was him, I think I would have stand by like the words that I said. And,
you still would have gotten paid on somewhere else, but
maybe not as much. But so what, dude? You don't.
Well, maybe not that first.
The Browns.
I know. So I'm preaching for. We're saying the same thing here, Trev.
Quarterback number 1, Josh Allen, 46 games with one running touchdown and 1 throwing touchdown, has the most now ever. Took over from Cam Newton at 45.
All right.
I mean, I should have pushed for the Bills more. I liked them off the bye against Carolina.
I feel like Lamar is going to be creeping up that list sooner rather than later as well, though, right?
He's got to play football.
He was already on my list, but he's going to take a step back after not playing
football. He's been out for I get it, for 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I get it. He's been relatively healthy in his career, though, honestly. Anyway, this is not a Lamar segment. You're right. J.A. showed out. He's been legit. I don't know, man. My Mahomes take doesn't look terrible. We'll also see what they do tomorrow night.
We'll see where you put him in the quarterback ring.
That's true.
Next week.
Because it'll be after the Monday Nighter this week.
Hat bet. He never leaves Chuck's number 1.
No, I'm not making that bet. I know that's where he's at.
He said he wasn't going to do that.
I don't know what's going to happen.
But I feel like after the start of the season,
Look,
I don't see how you could put him there, and he was there.
I'm not giving out any potential.
I'm not hat betting that. Why would I hat bet something I know?
That he doesn't have any control of either. Because I could just do it to make money on motherfuckers wear a hat.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Especially since he's got to wear one maybe by next week, depending on how the World Series goes.
I mean... Well, I thought it was 4 versus 5. I thought I was like, meaning who gets to choose? Like,
no, he wins. He's telling you, but you
just gotta wait till the World Series finishes.
And I'm okay.
And then you're wearing baseball bet.
Sure, and then I'll be wearing something stupid.
Trev, will you pull up the standings on your phone so we can look at where we're fitting right now?
For NFL, I got them.
All right.
What you need?
Let's start with the AFC. So everybody basically was Bills, Pats, Jets, Dolphins, except for Chuck, or me and you were Bills, Pats, Dolphins, Jets. Chuck
I thought the Jets
had Jets over Dolphins. So right now we're all kind of in the same boat.
You guys,
Because the
one
New
versus
England
two,
is
right.
taking the lead.
Flip-flop. Yeah.
We're all down there, but we had the rest.
Correct.
Chuck, of course, had the Jets ahead of the Dolphins.
Because you know why?
They're both bad.
He's a Justin Fields.
That's not over.
Trying.
Those teams are competing for the worst.
That's
in that
true.
division.
That's true.
One win and 2 wins.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So
we're
it's not,
one game away from.
They both
being
won
just
today,
as
which is kind of
horrible.
funny.
Yeah, they both won on the same days.
So did Buffalo, and so did the whole AFC East won.
Yeah,
they all won today.
Win for the AFC East.
But I still think Buffalo. There's plenty of time. It's only it's a tiebreaker situation right now. They have one more game against the Patriots. I still think the Bills will take this division.
Agreed.
AFC North, we have Ravens, Bengals, all 1 and 2. Then Chuck got a little funky and went Browns, and then me and Trev went Steelers, Browns. So
yeah. So once again, I'm
all
off
right.
on that one.
So
we're on that.
All off because Pittsburgh is at the top.
Right.
Technically Cincinnati's in second place, but nobody feels good about that.
And me and you have the Browns in last, so we're rolling.
The Browns in last, we hit that out of the park. It's like we knew that was gonna happen.
AFC South.
Oh, the South, man! We talked about it already. We had the Colts at third, Trevor first.
Trevor and Chuck have Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans. Zach has Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans.
So you're a little bit closer because the Jags are in second and Houston is in third, but it's just a 1 game difference as well. So.
I still don't know how you guys lost that game today or couldn't do anything against that offense. That offensive line is so bad.
Yeah, no, our pass rush was horrible. I don't think the Jags or the Texans are a playoff team. I think Indianapolis is the only team that's going to get in. As far as how it's looked this far into the season, those other teams don't deserve to be. They're going to call this
a forward pass.
I would agree with that take right now.
They're going to call this a forward pass.
He looks like he threw it at
exactly.
We got
30 Warrens right there.
Packers game going on right
now. I've been doing good at not commenting on it, but that's a big play.
For AFC West,
that is such.
That's number 30. That's Warren. That's a running back. That's technically a forward pass. He flung it like
that. That's smarts right there.
It is.
There's
that's
no
IQ.
way that should be a fumble.
Right.
2-point game.
2-point game.
Pittsburgh up 2.
AFC West, you guys have Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
I'm not down on that bet though.
I have Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
So technically, the Broncos are in first. The Chiefs are on a surge. They don't play until tomorrow night, but they've looked so much different since getting Rashid Rice back.
Well, they played the shitty Raiders. Let's see if when they play a good team.
I mean, yes, because it hasn't looked great at the beginning. Denver's finally got that offense rolling. It seems like we were skeptical after just having that fourth quarter, but they crushed it today against a weak Dallas defense. But still, I mean, that can be what catapults them to getting it rolling like they should.
Rolling.
Chargers, I'm high on too. Like I thought they looked like the team they looked like at the beginning of the year against the Vikings.
Well, they're starting to block. You can't do much when you don't block. Plus, their backfield, the kid that they had run the other day was running good, but they are still missing Hampton.
Harris, he's coming back.
Harris is just fraudulent. Najee fraudulent Harris.
Word of the day. He is he's.
But the rookie Trey Harris caught a touchdown.
Marion Hampton. Yeah, that Kiami Vidal had a big game.
Was sick.
Yeah, no, if he steps up.
That tight end they got from Syracuse too.
He's
had 2 good games back to back.
Yeah, 86
to go with a good receiving core.
Fanny Jr., another tight end rookie from Cleveland, looks okay.
Yes,
Keenan Allen has had a really good year.
Yeah, he's actually played all the games.
I know, and he's had a good year.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, he's a nice little
with LA
piece.
With LADD.
All right, let's jump into the NFC trend. Okay, so everybody in the NFC East was Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Yeah, well,
the Giants or the
Eagles should win that division.
Yes,
so.
we all have. They should. Dallas and Washington. Washington's taking a step back, and they are tied with the same record as the Cowboys.
I think, and
they're going to lose tomorrow night.
If Jaden Daniels stays healthy, I still think I prefer that squad to stay in front of Dallas eventually, or get in front of Dallas.
And I mean, Dallas or Washington could be a wild card, but I don't feel like they win the first game if either one of them gets in.
Even if they get number 7, I'm not seeing either of those teams make any noise.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Too many holes.
The Cowboys aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be.
Same. No, agreed.
NFC North, you guys have Lions, Packers, Vikings, Chuck has Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings.
I'm not far off of that. I feel like that's my closest division.
Trevor has Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears.
Yep.
Zach has Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears.
So, I mean, Packers are in first.
Damn right.
They're looking like the
by a
obvious
half game because aren't the Lions 5-2?
Yes, the Lions are 5-2.
Okay.
Lions are in those two teams look like playoff teams. Whether that third team is able to get in there, it's looking doubtful after today. But there's still plenty of season left.
Yeah.
Minnesota just has had too many quarterback issues to really be in contention this year.
There got to be a team looking too. Maybe start looking is JJ the dude, or do you looking at drafting the guy too? Because you look what you were with Sam.
Yeah, no, it's such night and day. Well, I think their biggest failure was having Carson Wentz as the backup. Like JJ, I understand taking that, making him. You want him to be the starter,
right?
You drafted him to be the starter.
You did.
Injuries, that sucks. Even if he was a starter, you're still going to have the growing pains of a first-year quarterback. So you give him a little bit more leeway, but you bring in somebody better in case he gets injured or that he fizzles out. And Carson Wentz wasn't the guy.
Carson Wentz.
I still love that coaching staff in Minnesota. I still think they have a lot of good pieces, but not this season.
NFC South.
We all had Tampa Bay, didn't we?
Nope.
No?
Chuck has Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Trev has Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Zach has Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints.
Zach.
I thought maybe Penix was leading the charge, brother.
I could see there was some excitement behind that.
I expected more of the Bills game than I did the Miami game.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't in the Miami game.
Well, the Falcons and the Panthers have the same record right now, right? The Saints are clearly number 4.
No. Carolina is 4-4. Atlanta is 3-4.
Okay.
Yeah, Atlanta's sucking.
Tampa Bay, with all their injuries, 6-2.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield be doing it, dude.
Yeah, I'm sucking twat waffles on that one. NFC West. Charlie has Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals. Zach has Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals. And Trev has Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals.
I mean, Seahawks and Rams have bye this week, so they just automatically get first and second place with the same record since the Niners lost in an ugly game against the
Hey, man, don't matter how you get there. One is one.
Yeah, no, I mean,
team
still ain't at full strength.
We come out and we play the Commodores next week.
Commanders?
Yeah, the Commodores.
Commodores, okay.
Yeah.
Off a bye week.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels may not playing,
Yeah, that's still in the air.
They could get fucking whacked by KC tomorrow night.
I mean, even if Jaden Daniels plays, though, you should be able to move the ball on that defense.
Football. How do you guys feel about the double dip on Monday night? Have we talked about this? Because I do not like it.
I don't like it when it's the same time.
When it overlaps by like several hours?
I don't mind when it's
when you get both games individually.
I don't know though, because getting a fucking trying to watch my Hawks game that Monday night where we kicked off at 7 was late as fuck. That thing didn't end until 10:30. And East Coast, it's a 10 p.m. kickoff.
Go to bed.
Boo hoo.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
I think the only way that you think this way is because you don't have Monday off. Being somebody that has Monday off,
no, I would need Tuesday off. Having Monday, I get to watch it. It's still Monday, but I gotta have Tuesday off to.
Well, it depends on your job and what time you get off of work. Because if they do schedule the game separately, then that first game's a little earlier, so you might miss some of it if you're still working.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just commenting on the idea that it is
Do you like
late.
it or not like it?
No, I don't, and I also don't like Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. It's one game. That's why it's prime time. It's like a focused event. Like when it's separated, it does make more sense. But that late of a kickoff. But
what about Sunday?
I don't like. What do you mean? What about Sunday?
Well, I mean, Sunday you have games morning, afternoon, and evening. You're going to tell me you don't like the games because it's not a focused event?
No, I'm saying no. We all.
That's the point you just made.
Yeah, for prime time. We all
okay, and there's prime time on Sunday night. We're watching it right now.
And I said Sunday night was one of the prime timers. I said Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. I want the individual, and I want it at like the 5:20. Even that's 8:20 East Coast. That's a crazy kickoff for them.
But we were talking about
that's because West Coast is the best coast, dog.
If the times are different on Monday, times are different on Monday, then it's just really one prime time game.
At a time, yes, but I don't like the 7 p.m. kickoff.
I mean, you never liked Pack After Dark. You didn't like.
It's too late, man. It's too late on a work night. It's too late on a fucking work night. That's my opinion, Trev. You won't get me off of it. Okay. We don't have to.
It's too late on a work night for oldie over here.
For oldie Mick Sanderson. Yeah.
Get off my front porch
and stop riding your goddamn skateboards on the sidewalk. That's right.
I get the two at the same time, though. I'm in agreement there, but if they're at separate time frames, I'm all for it.
So we haven't really touched on it much this season. I'd like to dive in a little bit, talk about it. Fantasy football. We each have two teams.
Yeah. I got a work league, and we got our pod/Aaron league.
Yeah, the family league. Yeah, that's not going well for me either.
I'm going to win that league.
Oh,
just saying it.
Proclamation.
You're pulling it out. So what are you right now in that league, Trev?
I was 5-2. I don't know what I am.
So you're in third place at 5-2.
Yeah.
I just feel like in this league.
Don't read where I'm at.
Oh, I'm like killing it actually. Well, I'm up 20 in the game this week, so I should be 6-2. I got a 95% chance to win.
So I'm not. My record is only 2-5. I'm gonna be 3-5 after this week, but I have the second
or third most point. Yeah, you're killing it points wise, but you come up. It's week by week, dude.
People get me on my get me on their best weeks. Otherwise, I have I've been killing it points wise. I'm gonna jump up this week. I'm gonna get the win this week.
The lowly Roscoe ran into some serious injuries. Malik Neighbors, Joe Burrow. Like I was pretty fucked pretty quickly.
Chuck has the same record as me and has 150 less points than me.
No, and I'm gonna lose this week too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you rolling at quarterback right now?
Darake Maye. He's been lighting it up. I had 3 really good players, and then everybody else was shit. Yeah.
How about your other league, Charlie? You want to talk about that?
Nope. Don't want to talk about that one either. No. Josh Allen came back and has been playing well in that one.
What's going on, Chuck? You're like the fantasy football mock drafter.
I know. And injuries, straight out injuries, dude, have crushed. I have no running backs in our league. I started Kareem Hunt and the backup in Chicago this week in ours. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because Ken Walker and Zach Charbonnet were both on buys, I cut Nick Chubb. Running back is dry for me right now. And
That's
then
tough.
My receivers are busted up. I lost, like I said, Malik Neighbors. I have Tet McMillan, who finally had a good game but we're not PPR. So if I would have gotten the receptions, he would have been 17 points, but I only got 9 out of him for the yardage.
Standard.
Yeah, for standard. It's been brutal, dude. It's one of those things where I've had to suppress how upset fantasy used to make me. Because if it was 3 years ago and this was happening, I'd be a miserable person to be around. But
but you're like the drafter.
I know. I love it. I love fantasy football, and I like trying to build rosters. And I thought I had a really good draft, and then injuries, dude. You
can't plan for that.
When you lose your first 2 draft picks, my 1.1 and my 2.1 went down before week 5.
I've had that in both my leagues.
It is
too,
so
man.
hard to scramble and get to replace those points season long wise is so hard to do even at the start of the year.
I mean, I'm gonna be sitting, I think, at 6-2, and I have 5 players out and 1 player on a bye on the bench.
Yeah, it happens, dude.
But
Mario and Hampton went onto the IR. That's why I don't have running backs.
I almost need to win out to make playoffs, even though
Trevion Henderson's been trash.
Yeah, that was kind of a miss.
Because I went receiver. I got Jamar Chase, and he, without the PPR, he's got a lot of touches, but not a lot of yards, and not a lot of tutties. So it's been rough.
I'm missing Burrow for sure.
Oh. I'm 5-2 and 4th in my other division in my other league.
I'm 4-4 in my. I'm gonna be.
You're 2 and 5 in that. You're 2 and 5 in that league.
Oh, that league. I wasn't even counting that league.
Oh.
I was counting. I'm only talking about my money leagues.
I wish I was in another money league. This league is just kind of whatever. But.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a mess as well. Should be better, but
if you are champion, if you're hitting on fantasy, you're making some crazy plays because there's very few rosters that were drafted that are still healthy. Everybody's got a fucking injury somewhere.
Yeah, it's working that.
Scattaboo went down today.
Yep.
That's going to fuck some people. Anytime you lose what was a WR, a TE, or an RB1, or even 2, your roster changes instantly.
My roster has actually stayed pretty healthy. That's why I put up so many points. I just get people's best games. I literally do.
Well, but in the overall, that'll play. You'll start winning.
That's what I need.
I think I have to win. That streak continues just without the opponents putting up their best.
Well, because eventually they'll break. They're not going to hit that all the time.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
This is a great throw by Love to Watson.
Watson back.
That's a big thing for them, man. They don't have the breaker.
Got to stratch the field.
He's the breaker
for sure.
Yeah, their offense seems so different when he's healthy. He just can't stay healthy.
Fantasy. Let's jump. Fantasy. Let's jump in some other fantasy. It's called a fandom. Charlie, tell us what you've been doing.
Well, so you called out a random fandom, and I've been. You guys, all right. I'm gonna go a little nerdy and nostalgic. I finished Harry Potter Year 1, which is
let's pour some
the Sorcerer's Stone.
Here we go.
I did that in 3 days, and I went and bought book 2, Year 2, which is the Chamber of Secrets, and I'm also another third of the way, 100 plus pages through that. I will probably be reading more after the finishing of this recording. I don't know, man. It's hooked me. The story is great. Well. The character development is nice. It's nostalgic. I know that there's so much more to come. I remembering parts of it, reading it back as an adult and getting to actually understand. When you're reading at 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, you're reading and you're dissecting what you think the story is, but there's words that you don't understand and there's context and things like that. Going back and reading it now as an adult has been super, super cool. I've been gripped, man, and it's exciting.
Whoa, easy on my part there, Charlie.
I was going to give full glasses. That's true.
Don't worry about it. Really, I'm telling you, Z. I think this is going to be one of your favorite ones.
Sorry, that's half the fucking bottle.
Chuck was like,
this is another one of the tequilas I got from the Nine Brothers when we were down in Mexico. This is their passion fruit.
Let's go, man.
At 17%.
Yeah, correct.
Believe.
Yes.
So like a wine, a strong wine.
All right,
without the kick.
To those and the passion fruit Cecils.
Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Taste that tequila? I know. It tastes like honey.
That's pretty good.
It tastes like passion fruit.
And passion fruit.
It tastes so good. It tastes like fruit.
Coochie is what the
Coochie.
The brother's son sold it as. The good juice.
I would say, nostalgia on the Harry Potter fucking reigns big for me. I'm very, very excited to continue going on that. Funny thing, I've never seen the movies. I've only ever read the books.
It's better that if you read them first, I think.
I've listened to. I'm now through
the audiobooks.
I'm through 3 times around now.
So you read, listened.
No, I've never read them.
Oh,
I've listened to them 3 times.
I'm surprised you haven't read them.
How long?
I didn't start listening to them until recently.
Question.
Shoot.
How long is each book? Like lengthwise?
They get longer.
Yeah,
well, of course. No, I understand. So the first couple are 300. So I literally remember this because I just finished this. Sorcerer's Stone is only 309. Chamber of Secrets is 334. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Zach might be checking because I cannot tell you off the top of my head.
You're talking 300, just over 300 pages, which isn't a super crazy long book. Oh, there's your touchdown by
Jacobs.
Yep.
Sorcerer's Stone is... It tells me when I click on it, but I'm not reading it right now. It's got to say somewhere.
I did. I finally played the game that Heather got.
Yeah, you're year 1. What's it called? Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
right?
Legacy. I finally played Legacy, and I got all the way through as a Slytherin. And
8 hours, 18 minutes.
Fuck. It's 8 hours and 15 minutes?
8 hours and 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Now, does it just read the book to you? Is that just what it is?
And the guy does different voices.
Within the characters? He changes the voices.
Yep. That's nice. You get a little...
Yeah, I get
flavor.
that because you're gonna need to hear the difference because you can't read it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
8 hours for the first. Damn, dude. I guess. I wonder if that's how long it took me to read it. That's
probably
true.
Close to that. It couldn't be too far off. Maybe like an hour.
I want to say no. I want to say I got it done in like 6 hours.
9 hours and 2 minutes is the second one.
Oh, I will have that one done before 9 hours. For sure.
I'm a pretty quick reader.
I guess based off of that, but at the same time, I'm trying to read and speak is going to slow you down.
There's also probably the sounds, or is there any kind of
but no, it's straight through.
It's straight through. Okay.
Yeah. So I
wasn't sure if there was some sound effects or some ambiance.
Really.
But even still, like I would imagine projecting your voice, reading, because he has to read it while he's saying it, and then also project the different voices as he's going along too, which is very different than me just reading the exactly. Yeah. So yeah,
I love them.
They're great. I'm hooked. I'm hooked right now, and it's good. I've gotten a few other book recommendations in between those that people want me to read, and I'm like, I will get back to those after.
I know. I downloaded, which
it's going to take me a little bit.
I kind of wish I didn't. I downloaded the Game of Thrones books, even though they're not finished.
On audio?
Yeah.
Those,
so I'm going to start listening to them.
Those will never be finished.
I know.
So have you listened to the first, I don't know, how are those books even written? I just know the show. I had never read the books.
It's the same as the show.
So, what's the season in that show, though? Where does the first book end?
Well, I don't know, I haven't listened to it, but I think it ends where the first season ends, isn't it?
No, it's not like...
How much have you listened to?
Zero.
Okay. You haven't...
If I remember correctly, there were... 3 books, 3 or 4 books.
There's 4 books.
4 books. Okay, so 4 books,
with
and there were 8 seasons total. 6 of them were based still off of the book.
Yeah,
7 and 8 were the 2
because they don't have them.
Right, exactly. So between 4 books, you had 6 seasons.
Yeah,
and I know that because I was a fucking when I fell into Game of Thrones, the show, I fell into it hard. At first I was like, I don't understand it, whatever. I do get into fantasy and stuff.
There's my MVP pick.
What ends up happening, the thing that you have to accept or get into is the expansiveness of the universe jumps at you immediately. There's 47 fucking characters that you need to learn in the first 3 goddamn hours, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? There's too many things that I need to look at.
At first, it can be a little intimidating.
It is very overwhelming. All the houses and the characters and why they don't like each other and how long they've been around and their sigils and why they're fighting, and
the character development is
so incredible.
Good.
Oh, dude, okay. Season 4 is one of my single favorite seasons of anything I've ever consumed ever across any show of it had me so locked in that I was looking for clues for what they get. What sucks, I'm sorry, that you listen to the books and let us know how that goes. Since they didn't have the book to close off some of the storylines, They left so many things unanswered. In a show that was known for development, they didn't tie off 80% of the loose ends when they closed off the show.
That's why there's a couple different ones I was going to think about. So Lord of the Rings, I love the movies. Thought about that. Game of Thrones, and then I thought about Percy Jackson, and I should have pulled the trigger on Percy Jackson.
That is basically Harry Potter, though. Like that's in the same genre. And
now you're like talking about Greek gods and stuff.
The mythology is different, but it's magic and it's schools. It's like it's not a direct mirror or like I guess rip off or anything, but it is very similar vein. Very similar vein. Would you like more? Or have the bottle still open?
I'm good.
No, well, I knew you would be.
I got this beer to work on, so I'm okay. I did drink that a little quickly, but I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, you did. That's all right, Trev.
I got a half bottle left to enjoy. So
go home and sip it back.
I'll slow down.
It's so good.
What have you been doing lately, Trev?
I mean, it's been some gaming. As far as shows go, not a lot that's been new. Did start watching a little Stranger Things again for the Halloween season because I do enjoy that show.
Check out Zakamoto Days. I'm sorry, I know
Zakamoto's great.
Text me that.
They're so good. I will. It will scratch an animation itch for you.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon's got a nice variety of animes too that I've like perused a little bit. There's nothing major though. There's nothing that I'm really locked onto at this point.
My Dynasty Warriors game I've been getting down on. That's just a hack and slash building character.
I know, and they just dropped Ninja Gaiden 4. I think
I saw that
I
too.
think I'm going to be interested in that. I love that song.
Is that a hack and slash or is that a fighting game?
No, it's a hack and slash for sure.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if it was like a side scroll like Mortal Kombat fighting game.
No, not at all. No. It is definitely at this point it's 3D obviously, but it's a la like a Bayonetta or like a Devil May Cry. It's not Dynasty Warriors is different.
Yes, because
it is constant people in your face all the time.
Yeah.
There's some traversing. There's some platformings and stuff
not
in
really.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
No, what I'm yeah.
And Devil May Cry, like you're a couple puzzles to figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're more working through the world where like Dynasty Warriors, you're going into fights.
It's war.
Coming out of fights.
It's giant war.
Walking on a map to get to somewhere else, and then going into fights. Where Devil May Cry, you're kind of moving through a city as third person, which I love Devil May Cry.
Right. No.
Dude, did you guys watch the season of that on Netflix?
Yes. I did. Yeah.
Home run.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I wasn't sure if you watched it.
I watched it.
I was good.
I love I love some Devil May Cry.
Same with Castlevania. I thought that was good.
I got
not
through
great.
some of that. I kind of liked it, but I fell off
okay.
it.
Have I told you guys? I revisited Vampire Hunter D1 and 2 recently within like the last couple of months.
Is that a good one?
The first one is
that's a good October show too.
It's overly romantic.
Yeah.
It's very, very love driven. And like the story isn't bad, but like the second one Bloodlust blows it out of the fucking water.
Because I still got Gundam Seed.
I
finished Gundam Seed. I still got Gundam Seed Destiny. I'm working at.
I think that's on Netflix.
Yep, I've been watching it. I paused for a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, Borderlands has they have like a Halloween kind of events going on.
Right, sure.
I haven't really got too deep into that yet. Dynasty's going strong.
Let's go.
Are you guys?
When are you gonna pick up your 6?
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
Where are you guys at now?
We just started a new season. We're in 2030 now,
something like that.
Are you guys gonna go buy a new game?
I don't think we're gonna get this irradiation that just came out. Maybe
we've passed
we might
through
skip 26.
We've definitely passed through 26. We know
I don't think they've made enough improvements.
Right.
I'm really disappointed that because I tried this because I considered being like Virginia Tech. They don't have Enter Sandman entrance. You got to have that.
Okay.
West Virginia, you got to have
the individualisms.
Well, yeah, you want when you come into that stadium and you hear that song and the crowd is going crazy. Like that's part of the tradition of college sports, and they're missing that. And how do you miss that?
You know the thing that might piss me off the
Penn
most
State's
about
missing
that
it
game?
too.
I always said X just to get to the game. I never watched that.
Yeah, you don't enjoy that? Come
no,
on.
I'm fine with it. What you know what pisses me off about that game?
Fire them cannons.
You can't. mine data the way that you used to, in the sense of like, if you go to awards and you want to look at the individual stats of that player, you can't do it. Like, why is this guy nominated? It just says he's the best guy overall, but what are his stats versus guy number 2 versus guy number 3? You don't get that. In 2014, you could click into the guy and see what his stats were throughout the year. You don't get that option, and I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that.
I love that it's a game. I hate that it's not better than 2014 was.
In some ways, it's just not.
Was so legit, though.
We beat the brakes off of that fucking game.
It was such a great game for the time, and it lasted well after.
It had to. There were multiple years of Madden where I still thought 2014 NCAA was better for years.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of the Madden that we have now. Like, it's good, not great. And NCAA's done better. They have done some patches, and they've done some things that it's not as impossible as it first was when it dropped. Things make a lot more sense. Even when you have like lesser teams playing good teams, you can still schematically play pretty well. But I love that game. I do. I've gotten into it, and I just got my first natty, and I'm going for back-to-backs.
You did?
Yeah, I got it last season.
You won it last season? Well, he didn't play a user.
That's okay.
Georgia, though, was the only computer that beat him in the season, so that was at least something.
And it beat DP to get to the Georgia beat a user to get to me.
Yes,
and I did beat Kyle. I beat one user in the playoffs.
Beat one user
because he lost. Oh, I'm sorry, it should have been you, but you lost to fucking.
I would have lost to you though. I had no run game last season. It was embarrassing. I can't believe. I don't. I'm so sad. I'm so sad because when I started playing that game with shitty UNR, I could run the ball better than I can run the ball now. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
We're playing really good competition. Well, ish.
We are playing better
teams cannibalize themselves big time, though. So many teams fuck themselves in the top 25.
And I have good players like at running back.
Sorry, we hijacked this conversation.
Line has been more pass blocking kind of. So I understand that part, but anyways, yeah, nobody really wants to probably hear about
that. Check us out on Instagram and X.
Yeah, sorry for the last rambling. The fandom got definitely very personal.
Sorry.
Yeah, it'll be Instagram and X for all of the visuals and everything of that nature, and then Buzzsprout, Spotify, YouTube for the audios and visuals. Those have been getting better, I believe, you guys. So thanks for staying with us on the up and up. Our intro, let us know what you think about that. I'd love to know what your guys' opinions are if we need to update, but I think I like it a lot.
Yeah, got quarterback rankings coming up next week.
We are shuffling the deck.
Lots to see.
The World Series is going on. I know that we started with that, so it's been a while since we talked about baseball, but please pay attention to this. It
Monday,
matters.
Tuesday, Wednesday, people. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You know, basketball season going.
I really hope that
hockey.
If we start the pod, it's a Blue Jays win. Yeah, I got my hot Golden Knights hat on too.
I see that, yeah.
If we start the pod, it's a Blue Jays win next week. If it's not a Blue Jays win,
well, then either way, I'm going to be wearing a hat. Golly. Come back for, that was 113. Come back for 114.